Bohasha. Listen, brother, Offscript, there is a word from the Lord. Listen, God has given you the anointing of pettiness. Brother, you've been getting on JSU's neck since you got here. I never knew you was going to do a show about the Dion disciples. But beyond that, brother, listen, keep bringing the smoke. Keep bringing the pettiness. Listen, the people want to hear you. They're going to hear you. And remember, God's going to bless you. Be blessed, brother.
Breakdown. I love too easy topic, don't take offense when I touch down. I got it to a T, not a QB sneak, but if your D look weak, I'ma rush now. The trick of the trade, we're trying to celebrate. Everybody want it done tastefully. They can't tackle me, they knowing it's the truth, but they still wanna hear me say it tactfully.
H is for the heavy hits, how we handle his hypertension has to be clever. It's better if they just let him sit. Nah, this ain't a hobby. Hallelujahs hollow the halls. This is champions writing the hieroglyphs on the walls.
Everyone envisioning encrypted plays on the side. Know the end goal, the end zone, and enter in my eyes. Echoes from people, me host emos enchanted inside. Entanglements in the trenches, clear benches, enjoy the ride. Essentially we eccentric, yet we also eclectic. Well respected, collected, and never look for no exit. No exceptions, it's expected. You took an L, so accept it. Can't water the squad down, every player electric.
That's shocking. I'm exercising every evident energy leading to victory. I call that energy winergy. When we play, it's like a symphony. Execution of an extra point to put me up for endorsement deals. I'm in the end zone now, my favorite place on the field. I see no equals, even odds fall when stacked against us. We crack them in the trenches, then we send them back to benches. Eternalize my endeavors, Canton enshrinement. Exit 107 on 77's where you'll find us.
Ooh, Jay, bro, you snapped on that one, bro. That's cold. I salute you.
Man, right back at you to the backpack pole. We both did our thing. It's Joe Allende, by the way, yeah. Scotty, Mike Reed, yeah. D breakdown,
Man, oh man, oh man, whoever would have thought in a million years we will be here. SWAC Championship, Boombox Classic, Part 2. And listen, you already know this show don't go without my boy. You know him, man. Marie! The champ is here. 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 Oh, I see you got real fly for the championship. You real sharp for the championship. Headphones, Mike. You look like me. You look like me, boys. I ain't know what we was doing today. Well, you know, SWAC championship, man. The champ is here. How you call yourself a champ? You ain't even won it yet. Oh, we SWAC champ last year. The champ is here. Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty fair. Those other guys, those pretenders are the contenders. The pretenders are the contenders. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's here. We said it could come. We said another Mike Reed, Perry White episode was in the brewing. Boombox Classic Part 2. You ready? You know, I wanted to see their demise, but they bagged their way into the SWAC championship. Well, I mean, did they? Back door. Back door, Lil Joe. they bagged their way into the SWAC championship. I don't know how, but they did it. Oh, okay. Well, listen, you already know. It's a part 3 to this thing. You already know him. You know him from the Jaguar Journal. You seen him on the Eric Dooley show trying to get the bag. The one, the only, Mr. Perry White. Y'all got Goose Day last night. We ain't gonna let that play too long.
Oh man, it don't matter. We still got that spirit, baby.
Nah,
we still got that spirit.
I got Goose Day
What's up, fellas?
What's good, man?
What's going on, Perry?
Man, before we get started, hold on. I gotta show y'all something. I'm letting you know I'm ready, man. Hold on, look at this right here. Y'all see me? I'm ready, baby.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm ready, baby. Y'all like that?
I like that.
That is pretty far. I can't even fake on you. That's pretty far. I can't even
Give
lie.
a shout out to my man James Aubrey, man, Down South Sports. If you know about the SWAC, this SWAC right here, when you get those magazines and you get a chance to read it, but he sent me this, man. Hey,
look at the vet.
Hey,
like
you see?
that. Look at the vet.
I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty hard. How we get those?
Hey, I gotta send me your info. He asked me, I'm gonna get y'all info. There you go.
I need one of those. I need one of those.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I need one of those too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Y'all feeling that?
Nah, that's pretty dope. I ain't even gonna hold you.
All right, I just want to let y'all know I can't read it.
Oh man, listen. Everybody talked about it. We didn't know if it was gonna go down. We didn't know if Southern was going. We knew Jackson was gonna make it happen. We knew they was there. We just didn't know if Southern was gonna do what they were supposed to do to be back in this position of a Boombox Classic Part 2 for the SWAC championship. Man, this is epic. And what's even crazier is that one of the participants in this show is not going to be there.
Listen, unfortunately, I'm not like the average person who works a 9 to 5 off on weekends. I'm the opposite. I work on weekends from 9 at night to 5 in the morning. So, I had some scheduling conflicts come along because I was planning to go. We had planned everything out.
I thought you knew this in August since you sold JSU. I thought you should have known December 3rd. It always at the bottom of the schedule. It say TBA to be announced. Since you so damn confident, you should have said, you know what? We gonna be there. I ain't scheduling shit December the 3rd. I know where I'm gonna be. That's an excuse, Mike. I don't want to hear that.
I had some scheduling conflicts, but I will be in Atlanta for Celebration Bowl.
Oh, but he got Celebration Bowl tickets. Hello. He gonna skip on the SWAC championship, go straight. Don't pass go. Don't collect $2.
How you gonna skip what might be your coach last home game? How you gonna skip that? How you gonna skip what might be your coach last home game and you not gonna have your face in the place to see? Now I don't know
we gonna get to that, bro.
Don't worry about it. I got him on the bench. It'll live forever right here for you, Mike. I got you. See, it'll live forever. It'll live forever for you, Mike. I got you.
Oh man, Barry came out the gate swinging. Let's get. He said your last home game.
Can't believe he won't be there.
Oh man, listen.
You ain't on this farewell tour.
Will Southern be there? That's the question. Because last time y'all didn't show up.
Now we showed up. It just wasn't the way we thought we was gonna show. We was there though. No denying we was there.
Okay.
All right, listen. You already know what it is. You already know how we gonna start. Gotta start with the recap. Gotta start with the recap of the last game, 35 to Goose Egg. Harry, would you like to pop it off, or just to remind the people what happened at the last time at the vet?
We looked at it, and it was Southern's defense came out and stood strong in the first quarter. But eventually, Southern's offense with Bashawn McCray at quarterback, just couldn't get it going. And I think you and I looked at each other, and we saw it was a chess game. Dion went forward on a 4th down early on, backed up deep territory and tried and didn't get it. Southern got good field position, tried a field goal, it got blocked. Southern then stops Jackson State on the 4th down on the other end, going on the other end of the field and don't get it. Southern gets the ball and don't drive and it misses a field goal. And after that, it started to see the momentum seems to go in Jackson State's favor. Jackson State put up a touchdown. They got another touchdown that was a fumble before halftime. Jackson was able to put the ball down the field. And when I heard Coach Sanders say, go for 2, it was like 17 seconds left. He said, go for 2. I said, man, he tripping. This one I felt the step was there. When he knew there was nothing they could do to keep up with us. And they went for 2. They went into halftime 22-0. And man, at that point, you knew it was kind of Jackson State's way. Jackson was able to command the field by throwing the ball and running the ball. And who would have thought running the ball was going to be Shedeur Sanders?
Absolutely.
And so Jackson was able to do it. They stifled Southern's offense. I think they looked at Bashawn McCray and say, look, this guy, this is only what he can do. We'll live with that. It was the same way when I told you with Jackson, with Grambling last week. It was Grambling's run game I was worried about. But I said, I can live with Calvin throwing the ball. And that's ultimately what happened. That was Grambling's demise. They tried to put him in a situation and throw the ball. It'll be interesting what Southern does. Please don't come out with that same script this game. We got to throw something else different in there.
Mike, you also weren't at this game, so
but he watched film.
Anything that stood out to you from the last game, Jackson and Southern?
There's some things we can clean up. A lot of drop passes, penalties, and we just need to come out with that same intensity and smack them in the mouth like we did. Because last time we smacked them in the mouth, they couldn't recover. So we come out with that same energy. Then we just got to get out the bus.
I like it. For me, listen, I want to go back to that first drive that you brought up, Perry, when Southern stopped them on their own red zone or in the green zone, however you want to call it. Now, what they call it now, green and red zone. And Dooley didn't take a shot. That to me was probably the get like that. Me in my mind was like, you didn't come to play. You didn't come to play. You didn't tell your team, hey, we coming out of here with a victory, because if that's the case, you were telling your quarterback, hey, take a shot at the end zone right here. Let's see what we can get, win or lose. We don't have nothing to lose. We're playing with house money at this point in time. And that kind of, to me, that right there set the precedent for me that I'm like, Dooley ain't ready for this. Dooley's not ready for this moment. The quarterback isn't ready for this moment. And then you had the happen of the 3, you get the field goal, you miss it, and it just kind of spirals down from there. But I want to dive a little deeper, guys, from both of your perspectives. And I'm going to start with Mike. What has changed since this game for both teams? Mike, I want you to speak on Jackson, and Perry, I want you to speak on Southern. What does your team look like from that point to now, good, bad, or indifferent?
Coach kind of touched on it last week. He was saying like, it's more film out on us. So guys, are seeing our offensive tendencies and things. But Mike Leach, little boy, is working on more creativity for the offense. And we ain't showed everything that we can do. We've been holding some things back. So I'm looking forward to see what Mike Leach, little boy, aka Britt Bartolone, see what he can come up with different this time offensively.
What you got for Southern? Where you guys have, from that Southern game to where you're at now, Perry? What have you seen from your team?
It's the same. Ain't nothing changed. The offense is going to rotate through Bashawn McCray. The defense has continued to step up in each and every game. But the thing about it, Southern not converting those third downs in a lot of these games and forcing the defense to be on the field a lot and struggling moving the ball, particularly in the passing game. Bashawn McCray hasn't passed for over 100 yards in the past 5 games for Southern. And so, there's nothing that's changed. He did that against Jackson. He did it against FAMU. He did it against Valley in a couple possessions that he played in that game. And he did it last week against Grambling. You haven't seen any difference in terms of Southern. Southern's defense has been a bend but don't break defense. They do just enough to keep Southern in the game, but it's the offense that does not complement them well. And so nothing has changed with Southern. It's been the same thing, the same recipe.
What I could say is that if I'm being honest, there's neither one of these teams their play has impressed me. I mean, of course, Jackson State has looked better than Southern. I mean, coming from that Grambling Bayou Classic game, but even Jackson has looked a little lethargic to say in how they started the season to where they look at right now. But with the talent that they have, you still know that they're the better team. It's just, what team are you going to see? Are you going to see the FAMU Jackson State? Are you going to see the Bethune-Cookman Jackson State? Or are you going to see the Tennessee State Jackson State? Are you going to see the Alabama State Jackson State? Are you going to see the Alcorn Jackson State? That's what we're willing and waiting to see. Guys, I got some topics, just some daily topics that popped up. I want to know your thoughts about Trent Dilfer getting a job at UAB. And this is why I brought this up, because when Dion was getting his job at Jackson, everybody, including me, challenged it like, what resume does he have? What has he coached? What has he done? Now, mind you, Trent Dilfer has gone 38-8 at his high school. But how does somebody who is not on the stature of Dion, everybody knows Trent Dilfer was a small piece of that Ravens Super Bowl run. Very small. How does he subsequently jump into a UAPB Group of 5 position where Dion, an all-time Hall of Famer, one of the greatest DBs of all time, couldn't probably get this same job if he had the same predicament? Just want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
It's a white man's world, and we know it. When you grow up, Don't they tell you being black, you got to work 10 times, 15 times, 20 times harder just to prove yourself
Absolutely.
to everybody, no matter what degrees, no matter what certificates, no matter what titles you have behind your name. They're going to always try to find a way to belittle whatever experience that you bring as though it is not enough. And you have to prove your worth and prove yourself just for them to feel like they can even give you an option to even show your ability. And this is the prime example. We see this all the time. I mean, just look at even with Auburn, with Hugh Freeze, what he did at Ole Miss with prostitutes and everything, and he still got an opportunity. Yes, he's a good coach that can win, but damn, how many opportunities do you have? But when it's the color of your skin, when you're a white man, forgiveness is key to society, and they'll forgive you quick, fast, in a hurry. And when you talk about work experience, clearly, we know it all the time. Even at the basic jobs, this is just a trickle down from what you see from the top to everybody's regular day. You can see a white guy come in or a white woman don't have nearly the experience that you have and come in and fool around and be your boss or fool around and get the promotion over you, no matter how long you've been with the company and how hard you've worked.
Absolutely. Mike, what's your opinion?
Hey, I totally agree with Perry, man. White man world. Everybody questioned Deion when he first got the job at Jackson State, but nobody saying anything about Trent Dilfer. Nothing. I don't hear a peep. Oh, Bomani Jones, what you got to say about this? Bomani Jones, what you got to say about this? Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Also, some breaking news that happened maybe a couple hours ago. Listen, I hate to hear, but former interim Nebraska head coach Mickey Joseph has been arrested and booked in Lancaster County Jail for suspicion of strangulation and third-degree assault.
I'm going to say this. Since I just said it's a white man's world and it's a black man, he's innocent until he's proven guilty. I ain't even going to do the black man like that.
I appreciate it.
Just because they put it out there, he's innocent until he's proven guilty. So I'll roll with that.
All right, we'll roll with that.
They quick to put this in the news because he's black. They want you to see this quick, fast, in a hurry all over and question him. All right, so.
What about that Brett Favre, though?
Not a peep.
Absolutely.
My man's innocent until he's proven guilty.
Hey, guys, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, and then we'll get right into the this week's game of Hello.
Hi, I'm Maya Grimes. I'm the 2022-2023 Miss Freshman at Jackson State University. Our proud hair sponsor, iWeave, is donating $60,000 worth of wigs to the American Cancer Society for the Wigs for Winners program this HBCU football season. I'm all in for iWeave wigs for winners in the American Cancer Society. Be a winner and let's beat cancer together. Show your support by using the hashtag Wigs for Winners and join the American Cancer Society and iWeave in this amazing initiative. Bye.
Y'all better get y'all some wigs for winners. All right, you better go support hashtag wigs for winners. Hey, listen, guys, we already know what it is. Last game had some weather. This game is going to have some weather. All right. How are you guys feeling going into this game and the thoughts on the weather? Should be rainy. Pretty much the same conditions that we were in last time is now being brought this time. Any changes? Anything you need to see happen for your teams?
I'm gonna let Perry speak on that because it didn't bother us last time. We pitched the shutout. So Perry, speak on that.
It's a tough one because I don't know if it was weather or not. We just didn't show up. I think it was game planning. It was preparation.
Yeah.
And it looked like our defense showed up, but I think everybody that saw the offense. What I would like to see in terms of this, when you know you're dealing with weather, how can your run game step up? I mean, Shedeur Sanders even ran in this ball game along with Wilkerson. And you and I, Scotty, saw Jackson State run the same play about 6 times in a row when they were headed towards the end zone with Wilkerson on the left side. He just kept killing them on the left side. The hole was there every time. And it's just about Southern's preparation. Can we open up the run game? Because if Deshaun McCray is he struggling throwing the ball when it's dry, how much he's going to struggle if he throws the ball when it's wet? And I have to factor that into an account. And just hopefully we can get a run game. I mean, the weather is going to play a factor. It plays a factor in anything that you do, period. But just hopefully we can be able to get a run game going to be able to try to at least have something going on offense.
Absolutely. Listen, I said it in the first game. I said, listen, if this game stays dry, I think Southern will have a chance. I said if it gets wet, it plays right into Jackson State's hands because, I mean, but listen, what's the sad part about it is both teams are affected by the rain. No matter how you want to spin it, both teams are affected by receivers dropping balls and things like that they're not accustomed to doing. But when you're just a little bit more deficient at the quarterback position, you can't have an extra circumstance on top of the deficiency already at the quarterback position that you're fighting an uphill battle. And that's what the weather ends up making those games and things like that. All right, last one before we get to high-low. Mike, will it be a distraction this weekend when your coach plays his final home game?
I don't think it'll be a distraction this weekend. But, Scotty, after this weekend, it's going to be a distraction. It's going to be the distraction. You cannot say it won't affect those guys. It definitely will, especially anybody who knows, anybody who has ever been in a locker room or part of a team, you know.
Hold on, I got a question. Mike, what is going to be?
A distraction.
A distraction?
Yeah, I got a little country accent, so y'all just got to deal with, you know, Shannon Shaw got the lisp. I got the country accent.
I bear with you.
Oh, man. Listen, at the end of the day, I've heard from. I'll be real with you. I've heard from a couple players from Jackson that a lot of the players are pissed. They feel a little slighted. They were hoping that he would leave after they did their time there at Jackson. That's not the case. But at the end of the day, man, like Dion said, keep the main thing the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And being two-time SWAC champions, that's the main thing right now. It really is. And if he can get those kids to hone in and get back on the same page and play one more game together, that's all you can ask of a coach. What you got, P? I know you hoping and praying it's a distraction.
You know me. At the end of the day, this is a business. You know, and whether it's a distraction or not, I understand the nature of this business. And these young men got to understand they in the business too. That's what this transfer portal has opened up. They have the same ability to be able to do what coach does. Put their name out there and be able to go to a destination that they feel will fit them. I don't think it'll be a distraction for them because what I think Deion Sanders is, he's a master motivator. He's a guy that I think kind of, I don't want to say inflict fear, but he definitely can get your attention and force you to kind of stay on track of what you need to keep your head on and what's in front of you. And I think for this game that's in front of them, with the season that they've had, the whole thing about finishing strong. And to me, I don't think this will be a distraction for them. Question is, will it be a distraction for him? But I don't think it will be for him because he's a guy that's pretty locked in. But, you know, that same idea was last year with Coach Dooley at Prairie View. You know, when Dooley was in the SWAC championship and you kind of heard a lot of people with the rumblings, oh, he's going to go to Southern. He's going to be Southern's next head coach before it happened. And it, you know, was Dooley locked in that game being Prairie View's coach, or was he already looking ahead to come to Southern? You know, so when you talk about dealing with these types of things, distractions come in many forms and fashion. But I think this will be all right for Jackson this week. I think they'll keep their head on the prize, their eyes on the prize, and keep it moving. All
righty, let's get into it. A little bit of, you already know how. Hey, every night, okay? No high-low. All right, high-low. Shador Bakes 300 yards passing with all the conditions. All right, we say it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, it's going to be a little windy. 300 yards. Mike, what you got?
I got low.
Got low?
I got low with the weather condition. Like last time, guys going to be dropping passes and anything can happen in those type of conditions, Scotty. So I'm going low. 250-ish.
250-ish?
Yeah, 250.
Okay. Perry, you looking a little sick over there. You're going to be, I don't want you to be under the weather, my boy. It's going to be a little cold out there.
That'd be all right. I'm going to go low.
All right, how low?
I give them the 200, 250 range.
250 range.
I think they nickel and dime us up the field. That's what they do best, putting the ball in the receiver's hands and allow the receivers to pick up yards here and there. And when you talk about 4 quarters of that, it adds up. And I think eventually that's what happened with this one.
Yeah, I'm going with 230, 225. So I'm definitely going to be in the low range as well. I don't know the last time Shadour's thrown for 300 yards, if I'm being honest, in the game. It hasn't been recently. So he's been in that 260, 250 range, but we'll see. Next up. With Sean McCray. Perry, talk to us.
Oh shit. The fact that I got to do this for 100 yards, bro. I mean, the man hadn't thrown for 100 yards in the past 5 games. I feel like maybe he's due for one.
Wow.
So I'll go high. It ain't gonna be too high, but I'll give it to him. You know, he's due for one. And maybe Dooley does something a little different. Maybe Dooley adds something in there. Maybe we take a shot down. Maybe we get something that's a big yardage that adds up and eventually nickel and dime. And so I'll give him a high in this one. Ooh. He's due for one.
All right.
The fact that he got to be due for 100 yards. I'm trying to rock with my guy, man, but damn.
So Perry, he hasn't had a 100-yard passing game in the last 5 games.
No.
He's not getting 100 yards on the best defense of FCS.
That's pretty fair.
I'm sorry.
That's pretty fair, if I do say so myself. Listen, when
it's 100 yards, and it can come at you fast with 2 or 3 passes real quick.
It can.
You know.
Or it can take all 4 quarters and still not get it. Hey, whichever one fits you, you know. Listen, when I was writing this question, I was like, I don't even know. Listen, if you can't get 100 on Grambling, I just don't see you getting. I really just don't see you getting 100 on Jackson. It just plays me like that. I really don't see you getting 100 on Jackson unless a big play occurs to where somebody breaks something, goes for 30 or 40 yards, and then the rest of it is kind of nickel and diming its way up there. But yeah, I can't see it. I can't. I gotta go low. Yeah, I can't see it on that one. All right. Next up. All right, Shador rushes for 50 yards.
Go low.
Go low? Okay.
I go low.
You go low? Oh, wow.
I think there's some Southern saw on film, and they're going to make an adjustment to.
Okay. I you know what? On this one, I'm going to go push. I want to go high. I think he might be at 55 to 60, but I'm going to go push. I think he'll be right at 50. If I'm not, I think he'll be right at 50. I ain't going to hold you. I think he will be. All right, next.
Hold on. Wait, man. It says high or low, not maybe. Which one is it? Don't try to squeeze out this one. High or low, because you got me with that last time. Follow what it say. All right. High or low, what is it? He getting over 50, he getting 51, he getting 50, he getting 49 and below.
I'm gonna go low with 45.
Okay, all right.
45. I'll go 45. 40 to 45. I'll go low. Thanks, Perry. Jesus Christ. It's my
keep you on script, baby.
It's my all right, next up. All right. But Sean McCray rushes for 60 yards. Mike, what you got?
Low.
You said low?
Low, yeah. Low.
Oh, wow. Okay. What you got, Perry?
Shit, that's the only thing he can do. I'm gonna go high. That's what he does best. You know, if it's nothing else he can do, I can depend on him to run. You know, so I don't know how he's gonna do it, but I'm gonna go high. Shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm gonna go high with you on Perry. I think he'll be 75 or 80 yards. That's why I think he's gonna be in that range. Yeah, low from say. I don't know about that one. I can't rock with that one. So
if he don't do nothing else, I know he's gonna run. And he don't do nothing else.
And he's good. Hey, he's gonna be good for one big play.
He's gonna be good for one big play that might get him close to that 60.
Yeah, he's gonna be good for one big play. All right, next up. Jackson State rushes or runs for over 150 yards. Perry, what you got?
I'm gonna go high.
Oh, wow.
If they follow the recipe that Grambling State did, shouldn't be no problem.
That's fair. What you got, Mike?
I agree. High. if they follow the recipe, and I don't know why Grambling stopped running the ball, but hey, high.
I'm gonna go low. I don't see them going over 150. I think let me say this. I hope that Southern comes in with the mindset knowing that they got to keep containment, because that's been one huge issue for them when it comes to a lot of their big runs. People bounced it outside of them and got loose, and just filling the holes. And once again, Cam Peterson has been what people thought Jason Dumas was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So Cam Peterson has had a really good game. Givens has played really well. So you need Dumas and Trey Lang to actually step up and hold their blocks. But I think they'll be about 120. You know what I'm saying? 130. Make it like that. So that's what I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna go low on that one. All right, next up. All right, Southern rushes for 100 yards. What you got, Perry?
I'm gonna go high. I think when it's all said and done, this might be our bread and butter right here, considering Bashawn McCray struggles throwing the ball. I think you might have to see running back by committee along with the quarterback, and this might be where our strong suit will be, especially if it's inclement weather with it raining. I'll go high with this one.
I got high also. I think due to the quarterback play, like Perry said, it'll probably be their strong suit. So I got high.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go high too, because I think Bashawn gonna get at least about 60 or 70. So I mean, at least the running backs can get you 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping they supposed to run the ball, so at least they can get you 30. So I'm gonna go high as a team. I think they'll be in that range, especially with Bashawn McCray running the way he does. All right, next up. All right, Jackson State scores 30 points. Mike, what you got?
I got high. Woo! Talk to my Sanderson foreign representative. hey.
Still taking your calls? They still taking your calls, boy.
Yeah, you know when you're on the net 30, you got kind of a leeway. You know, you got some leeway when you're on net 30. So I talked to my representative. I'll be over 30 points.
Man, what you got, Barry?
I think so. I'll go high.
Okay.
I like Jackson State with a balanced offense. When you look at Shador, what he's able to do to read the field, find receivers. I like those receivers when they get the ball in their hand. The fact that they do get the ball in their hand and get an opportunity to showcase their talent, become playmakers with one-on-one. And I like Wilkinson and what he's been able to do this year to be the premier back of this offense, man. And that offense has stepped up when you look at that O-line compared to what they were last year. Jackson's run game struggled a lot last year, and it didn't open up until they finally had a good game with Pickett in the SWAC championship against Prairie View. But this year, you saw them establish the O-line and be able to protect Shador a lot more and open up those lanes for the run game. And so I think when you look at that balanced offense, when you got the run game along with the passing game and some playmaker receivers, I think they'll get an opportunity to score 30-plus points.
I'm going to go low. I think they'll be rival. Like I said, I can't be on here preaching that it's hard to beat a team twice, and then you let that team score more than 30 points on you. You know, you want to keep it low scoring, kind of like a slugfest. So I'm gonna go low because I still think it's hard to beat a team twice. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they know the deficiencies about what they did wrong last game and how they need to bounce back. So I'm gonna go low on this one. All right, next up.
God damn. Start with me. Y'all just think we a joke, yeah. We just a damn joke.
Listen, man, I gotta base it off of I like to average out.
Y'all lucky I ain't feeling my best, man. I ain't at 100% right now. I'm probably like 45, but damn, I can't do too much. I'm gonna go high, brother.
Scott, I'm gonna go high. I give them the benefit of the doubt. Like you say, it's hard to beat a team twice, but they won't beat us. But at least they go back to film and look at some things that they could have worked on or things they need to change. So I got high. They will score.
I'm gonna go push.
No. High or low? It's either gonna be 2 points or 3 points.
I'm a hope high. I would just that's all I can do. I'm a hope high.
Listen, if we lose, I'm gonna get high. Shit. Hey, shit.
Oh, Offscript is not a sponsor of drugs or any type of inebriation activity.
Hey, it's legal in the state of Louisiana, baby.
I just want to say that right now.
Right.
Offscript does not promote the.
That's fine. I hear you. All right.
Oh man! All right, man. Let's. All right,
Damn,
next
it's tough.
All right, listen. Now this question is he gets both. Okay, that's the thing. It's not one or the other. It's both. All right. So high or low, Travis gets a pick and a touchdown in this game.
A pick and a touchdown?
Yeah, it's both. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
low.
Yeah, okay, low. Okay.
He'll get one or the other.
Okay. What about you, P?
I'm gonna go low. I think he'll get a touchdown. The interception mean the quarterback gotta throw it. And if anything, I know damn well they not gonna throw in the direction of Travis Hunter. So I'm gonna have to go low. He might get a touchdown on offense. They might find a way to use him.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that like that. I swear to God, I did. Oh, I'm gonna have to go low too. Thank you, Barry. I was about to say this is an easy high, you know what I'm saying? But no, I totally forgot. Yeah. That's a low. I'm gonna go low. All right, coaching once again. Who do you trust?
Who you want to start with?
Mike, you know what? I'll start. I'll pop it off. You know what I'm saying? I'll pop it off. Listen, I'm going Dion. Okay, listen. Dooley has already shown me the stubbornness times the 10th degree. Listen, if you want to keep riding with your boy, listen, I love the loyalty. I just don't respect. Okay, so who am I trusting? I'm going to trust Dion because outside of his son, anybody can get it. And that includes Shiloh. He will put Shiloh on the bench so fast, it will blow your mind. Okay, so listen, that's one thing about Dion. The only favorite is number 2. Everybody else, and maybe Travis too. Maybe Travis, a little bit Travis too. You know, but that's my pick. So I'm trusting Dion. Mike, who you got?
I'm trusting Dion, but if he get to hold up that 2 fingers, talking about a 2-point conversion, he started pissing me off.
What you got?
Can I go push? Can I go push? I'm gonna say this. Trusting the coach to keep his team focused. I think Coach Sanders has done a great job of doing that all season. I've been following him and keeping up with those meeting speeches that he gives in the morning to his team and making sure he keep those guys on track and making sure that this team keeps their eye on the prize and realizes it's unfinished business. A SWAC championship was last year, but a Celebration Bowl wasn't won. And they upped it with 1 loss last year to go undefeated this year. But at the same time, I look at Eric Dooley because it's hard to trust, but shit, I can't go against it because he is in the championship no matter how he got there. When we did the show after that Texas Southern loss, we looked at it and remember, nobody would have thought we were going to be sitting here at this point. And I said we was going to be able to get past Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Alcorn. Jackson game was tough on me, of course, to choose, but it's a rivalry game. I got to roll with it. But the only thing about Dooley is you completely watch him just say, I'm going for what I know. Well, I look at this, and I said this on the last show, Scotty. If he's able, this is second year in the championship. He and Dion met last year, and they met again this year.
Yeah.
He was with Prairie View last year. He's with Southern this year. I have to take that into account. No matter how he got there, he did it back-to-back years with 2 different teams. Is it pretty? It is not, but he did it. And at the end of the day, and I look at the opportunity that the fact that he got to a championship, being stubborn in the way that he's been in his play calling, I'll say if Dooley ever got out his way, or if he finds that superstar quarterback, I think the sky could be the limit for Dooley. I really do.
So what's the answer?
I said push. I'm just giving you love for both. I had to explain because people in the chat gonna be like, "What the hell?" They don't really know much. They just saying shit just to say it. But just to cover Perry's track, I like Dion for the master motivator. I like Dooley for what he's been able to do last year, leading the team to the championship. And guess what? It's the same two coaches in the championship again. So there's got to be something there for Dooley. For me to have to trust at the fact that he got his team there, whether it was pretty ugly, you like it or you don't, we there.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I get it. I mean, okay, appreciate the explanation. All right, players to watch. Players to watch. Sickly. You can start it off.
Don't wish that on my life. I'm just getting better. All right. Just pray for me. Pray for me. That's all I say.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go Corian Harris on the defensive side of the ball. He is the defensive quarterback. He's the general of the defense. I think what he does is amplify that defensive backfield. I like him. And on offense, I have to go Carl Ligon again. I think Carl Ligon, with his ability to break tackles, to be able to find open space, to be able to, with his running ability, he's going to be crucial. He's not the biggest back. He's light. He's not the biggest back, but for Southern, right now, coming out the backfield, he's probably the most impactful guy that we got. So between Corian Harris and Carl Ligon, those are two guys that I'll go with, because I put Harris in that position because I'm sure Jackson's going to want to throw the ball on Southern's defense.
Absolutely.
And so that's going to be an opportunity for Corian Harris and his defense to be able to try to expose some things with Jackson. And coming into this game, Southern leads the conference in sacks. So hopefully putting pressure on Shador, maybe make him throw something up, and Corian Harris or one of those DBs come down with it. But those would be my two guys.
Let me see. Mike, who you got for players to watch?
I got defensively, I got Dumas. I want to see is Dumas gonna have that game where he set the tone defensively. So I'm looking forward to Dumas. Offensively, be Sean McCray. He got to show up. It's simple. He has to show up in order for them to have a chance.
Listen, it starts and ends with Bashawn McCray for me. This game, I don't know if Southern's a good enough overall team offensively to overshadow their quarterback play. And I want you guys to look at these stat lines against some of the blue bloods of the SWAC. Against Jackson State the first time, he went 9 of 26 for 85 yards and 1 interception. Against FAMU, he went 8 for 20, 88 yards and an interception. Against Graham, he went 7 of 17 for 75 yards, 17 carries for 93 yards and a touchdown. The only game they won, they won both. No, they lost both. Yeah, they lost. The only game they won was the Grambling game, and that's because Baby Carrots had 4 turnovers. All right. So when I say this team is not built for McCray to have a bad game or a subpar performance at quarterback, they are just not. It would have to be a lot of self-destruction on the Jackson State side, short fields, scooping scores, pick sixes, something like that. If Bashawn McCray is not in the 150 to 175 passing and maybe the 85 to 90 yards rushing, and then you throw some pieces in the puzzle with that. So for me, it is Dooley hitching his train to McCray, and McCray really stepping up in this game to do things that they need for them to win.
So. This is tough being a Southern fan, knowing we in a championship game, and we gonna ride with it because at the end of the day, I'm a Southern guy through and through. I love my team. I love my school. So I'm going to rock with whatever I see out there on the field, whether I like it or not, because I didn't like it for 3 quarters against Grambling. I had to sit there and watch it just like everybody else in the season Superdome and scratch my head like, what the hell are we doing? Can we just try to get somebody to spark us? And one of the problems with McCray that I see, once he scrambles, he loses track of what's down the field. His vision for running and keeping his eyes down the field on receivers goes out the window. When he scrambles out, he's looking for a running lane. And it's not always the best running lane that he sees. His vision for me is just not there. He will bust the play here and there because against FAMU, he ran for over 100+ yards on him. And he got one good run, I think, for 30+ yards against Graham for a touchdown. But his vision up the field is just not there. His vision, period, to me, is not there. And this is athletic ability. To me, what we're running is a wildcat offense with Deshaun McCray. That's what we're running. But I would like to see it with some more added options to it besides having to put him in a position just to step back and drop back and look down the field as though he's going to pass it. All we're doing is running everybody vertical to open up running lanes for him to just take off. Or he says, "Huck, done," and then he go.
Yeah.
To me, we got to do something more. That's what is going to be our bread and butter with Deshaun McCray. We can't drop him back and disguise him as though he's going to be a passing quarterback when it's not working for him. We're going to have to be able to do something better to be able to utilize him, because the brother is athletic. He's not the biggest. He's not the thickest. He's not a Ladarius Skelton built guy to take that punishment game in. He doesn't run hard with that confidence, but nonetheless, he will run. And we got to put him in better positions. You know, we can't allow him to go out there and be exposed like this and look bad the way that he's looked, because regardless of the fact, the numbers are the numbers. I'm not sitting here bashing a guy or talking bad about a guy just because I don't like him. I love him. He played for Southern. But the numbers are the numbers, and it's hard to go against when you see these numbers. And this is a quarterback.
Yeah.
This is your starting quarterback. This is Division I football quarterback. And your stats in the last few games have looked like this leading into a championship. And you know, going against a team like Jackson State, you got to have offense. This is a league of pretty bad quarterbacks, just, you know, to be honest. He's one of them, unfortunately. And Dooley, for me, is going to have to find a way to not allow this guy to look bad like this when we look at these stats: 9 of 26, 8 of 20, and 7 of 17. And none of them are for 100 yards. I'm seeing interceptions. And I think out of all of those games, he's only thrown for one touchdown. And that one touchdown came against Mississippi Valley before he got out that game. So this is just tough. And I'm supporting the kid, but it's tough when I see number 11 run out there. And I'm like, damn, I already know what they finna do with him. It's like setting them up for failure. And I hate to see him go out there and be put in those positions to fail the way he's been failing.
It's tough. And I think what makes it what will make it frustrating for me, if I was a Southern fan, would be that my head coach is continually to trot him out there and telling me he's the best option. You're telling, you know what I'm saying? With that stat line, with those numbers, it's hard for me to believe that's the best option we can go when you have talent on the outside as running back. So it just is what it is. All right, Mike, coming to you. Players to watch for Jackson.
Travis Hunter, offensively and defensively, both sides of the ball. Because he wasn't the same guy he is now the first time around. He wasn't 100% the first time around.
Okay.
He was just coming back, getting into his groove. So
for me, listen, I think this is a trench game. It's going to come back down to the trench game. Jackson's O-line against Southern's D-line for me. I want to see what those tackles, those guards looks like. And if they can continue to whoop up on Southern's D-line like they did last time, because they sure did whoop up on them, because at the end of the day, when you're slanting and you're doing all that extra movement and you can't keep contained and their quarterback just keeps running for big plays, and it starts with the offensive line. So I'm curious to see what they look like, if they can generate the holes, if they can continue to have a run game with Wilkerson. Excuse me.
Wake up, man. You call me sick. You sleepy. Wake up. We boring you tonight? Mike, we got to turn up. See, Mike.
I guess I got to get ignorant to keep him awake.
We too political tonight for him. He getting sleepy on us.
You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, the O-line for Jackson, things like that. For me, defensively, it's the defensive player of the year. Does he show up? And how does he show up? Does he show up in a big way for Jackson? Aubrey Miller. You know what I'm saying? He's the leader. He's the captain. He is what he is for that team. What is he going to look like going into this game? This is your last game at the Vet. You're pretty much a mini celebrity in the city. If y'all weren't there for his senior day, the whole crowd erupted for Aubrey when he was receiving his senior thing or whatever at the game. So it's his time to shine. You know what I'm saying? It's his time to shine. So we'll see what that looks like. Oh man, here we go. Final thoughts. Perry, what you got?
I think with this ball game, final thoughts for Southern. The thing with Southern is going to be offense. Defense, I'm not worried about. I think our defense plays well enough to be able to keep us in the game with Jackson State. But when your offense continuously don't convert third downs, you factor in the turnovers that hurt you that Jackson State can capitalize off of. It puts you in a tough spot. And I think the more you keep your defense out there, Jackson is a balanced offense, so you can't have your defense out there all day because they can run on you and they can pass it on you. You don't want to wear your defense down over 4 quarters, keeping them out there on the field all day. So for Southern, my thoughts are you're going to have to find some type of excitement on offense to be able to move the ball up and down the field, sustain drives, play keep away from Jackson State, and let your defense sit on the bench and rest. Do not have your defense keep coming out there because they're going to make plays. They're going to stop Jackson. But last time, offense killed us. If it wasn't turnovers, but if it wasn't for not converting third downs, and even special teams by not even making field goals. So points have to be scored in this ball game. All of this, final thoughts, is going to be solely circled around Eric Dooley. I think Henry Miller in the defense has done a great job so far, keeping Southern in positions to win games. The defense won the game against Grambling. They're the reason we're in the SWAC championship. Our defense got us to the SWAC championship. It was not Southern's offense. It was Southern's defense putting the clamps down and being able to find a way to get it done when it mattered most. So for this one, Eric Dooley, Coach Dooley, it's on you. The spotlight is on you. You have to be creative, and you can't come out with what's been going on all season. This is the championship. You got to do this. Nothing else is left. This ain't going through the season. This ain't just going through your script. This ain't just rolling through. You have to try to win the game. And for fans, you got to show us that you're willing to do whatever to win this game instead of just going to do what you've been doing all season. Show me you're going to try to. I'll feel at peace at the end of this game knowing Southern tried. Damn it, we gave everything we had to win this game. We legit tried. Maybe we just didn't have enough.
I will respect that. And to that point, Perry, I need to see Dooley switch out that quarterback a lot faster if it's not going the way that he thinks it's going. Because if not, it feels like the PV SWAC championship all over again, where Jawan Passes stayed in the game and he just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and he never decided to go to the backup. Mike, what you got on your final thoughts?
I think the theme for this week is focus. We got to stay focused. If we stay focused, we should have a problem. I want to see a complete game this week. I don't think we have had a complete game since damn near FAMU. I want to see a complete game for 4 quarters, and we should be okay.
All right, let's get it, guys. So got your final scores, but before I do that, right, before I do these final scores, I just want to show you guys something. Just take a little quick peek. All right, what you got? What's the score, right, Pete?
That's my score right there, 31-28. Showing what we got for him, Scotty.
Come on, Pete.
This how we gonna win the game. Shit, at least I made.
The kick is up, and it's good.
Hey, at least I scored goals, Mike. What you doing?
That's how you better get used to kicking field goals, because that's how we gonna give you. You're not scoring touchdowns. You kicking number field goals.
28, Southern University go kick the field goal. We gonna win the game, baby. I just wanted to show you that, man.
Man, that energy is so different.
Hey, wait, Scotty, because if you want to go walk down memory lane, today is Wednesday, isn't it?
Today is Wednesday.
When I'm on social media, Wednesdays typically hashtag way back Wednesday. Let's go back a little further then, since you want to go back on me. I remember the last time Southern and Jackson played in a championship.
Overtime.
SWAC championship.
They need a touchdown here to extend the game, or Southern wins the conference. Moore has him wide open, but he's out of bounds, and the game's over.
Hey, I remember that. Hey, y'all want to talk about the past? Hey, I remember that.
Not stepped out of back.
Wide open.
Scotty, that's all they doing, living in the past.
Oh, man.
That's all they doing, Scotty, living in the past.
You see Big Word? That boy having his butt.
Oh, Big Word. Remember the last time? Remember, Jackson beat Southern at Southern in that game when they met again in the SWAC championship. Southern found a way to get it done. So, it could happen. Southern could win this game. I don't know. Take a miracle. I don't know. But hey, shit happens.
But as a guest, as a guest, Perry, you already know you go first. So here are your scores.
The fact I had to do with McCray and without McCray. And I hate to be like that, man.
Wow.
That's not, I hold myself accountable. That's really not nice. But I watched the whole season of this shit, so I think I know what I'm talking about. All right. So McCray, hey brother, number 11, you cool, you all right, you a Jaguar. I'll rock with you, but what I've seen from you so far this year, throwing the ball in the last 5 games, all you done is pass for 1 touchdown. That's hard for me to say we're gonna put some points on the board. I got the 21 without McCray because when Bubba McDonough got in the game against Mississippi Valley, he kept his eyes down the field, and at least Southern was able to put up 27 points against Mississippi Valley. Now, it was Valley, but Valley went the next week and put 27-7 on Prairie View. So for me, that meant something for Bubba McDaniel to be able to go in as a backup and find a way to run, scramble out, and keep his eyes down the field and throw the ball. But for McCray, man, it's just hard for me to say we're going to score points with you in the game. Without McCray, I feel a little bit better because I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. My eyes work. I have watched these games in attendance week in and week out, and I have seen the struggles. 1 through 3 quarters at the Bayou Classic was tough to watch, and that was against Grambling, a team that's at the bottom of the SWAC West. And now we're talking about the team, one of the best defenses in FCS football. You're going to have to bring it, but I think Southern still maybe takes an L in this ball game. This is for me personally. I think Southern takes an L. It doesn't matter. I'm still a Jaguar at the end of the day. I keep it 100.
You are
I don't think we have enough in this ball game to get over the hump. And I think Jackson gets the magic number for Southern is you have to score 30 plus
all
points
participants are muted.
Jackson State. And I just don't think we have the offense right now with what Dooley has now to be able to do it and compete with a balanced, well put together offense Jackson State has.
Anybody going to get their glasses? You know what the doctor say?
I want to show you.
A or B? A or B? I mean, listen.
Go back, show it again. I'm accountable. Show it again. I hold myself accountable. You see, I ain't changed. It's still 31. This time I flipped it, though. I'm rocking with that 31. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I was optimistic coming in that game because I saw us moving the ball. I thought I saw something. When you just beat Prairie View the way that you did, but then that second half against Alcorn, we didn't score anything in the second half. Then the Virginia Lynchburg, of course, y'all gonna give me all of that. You know, you playing this, you playing that. I took that in consideration, but I was like, damn, at least I thought McCray showed something in that game that maybe could carry over as some motivation to the Jackson game, but nah,
all right,
not
Mike,
this time around.
What you got?
35-10. I give them 10 points. 35, extra crispy. I watched those guys against Grambling. Ever since we beat them the first time, I hadn't seen anything special from Southern ever since then. So I give them 10 points to be nice. 35-10, man.
All right.
JSU.
Perry, I think you was watching the Afterglow show when I did the with McCray and without McCray. I think you was kind of still I think you was looking on my sheet. But it's cool.
No,
it's
but
cool.
I'm a Southern fan, so I'm thinking what most Southern fans are thinking right now. So you got to understand, regardless of how you feel, this is how we've been feeling all season with McCray. We've been feeling this way since Texas Southern. What would it be like if you take him out the game and give another guy a chance? Against FAMU, what would it be like if you take him out the game and give a guy a chance? Against Jackson the first time, what would you do if you take him out the game and give another guy a chance? Against Grambling for 3 quarters, what would you do if you take him out the game and give another guy a chance? Against Valley, you took him out the game because he got injured. You gave another guy a chance, and we saw what happened. So that's why I go with McCray and without McCray, because that's what I'm pretty much sure, not just myself, but 40,000, 30,000 of my friends in the Superdome Saturday was probably thinking the same thing as Perry White. What would we look like without McCray with giving another quarterback a chance?
Call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. All right. Well, listen, guys, this is my score. All right, listen. Listen, with McCray, it's a massacre. I got 42-10. All right. Without McCray, I got 24-21 because, like I said, it's hard to beat a team twice. All right. It is. It really is, unless you have a quarterback that's 11. Okay. That is just that simple for me. It really.
What's the Space Jam? Unless somebody squeeze him some of that secret stuff the Bron Stars had, and he wake up Saturday and he in a whole nother zone. I mean, yeah, that's the only way. But I mean, McCray is who he is. That's what we see.
It is what it is. Hey guys, listen. You know this is pretty much the last SWAC event for a good little while. So my man Perry White has a birthday, December 10th.
Oh man. Right. It is my birthday coming up. You know what he said? I'm coming to America. It is my birthday.
All right, December 10th is Perry White's birthday. Go ahead and bless the Sigley and Sick and Shut In with a dollar. With $1.
Help a brother.
You can go ahead and bless $P White 1210 $P White 1210. All right, go ahead and bless.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know, if you want to buy me a drink, buy me some lunch, or buy me some cough medicine, I appreciate it, man.
Get that.
Thank y'all.
Get some DoorDash right to you. Get that DoorDash.
Hey, Scotty, I just knew you had a whole segment about the Deion rumors. I came prepared with a speech. I came prepared with birds and whistles. It's been on my mind the last couple of days. I didn't get any sleep last night because I know I had to see Scotty and Perry on Wednesday, and they was gonna get on my ass about Deion particularly leaving.
And it ain't over, man. I don't want you to think this sweet today. It's still Southern and Jackson, and it's still FTP. Fuck them people. Ain't nobody gonna let this slide. Jackson can win by 100 points, and I'm still not gonna care. Because I keep it real. Don't take my kindness for weakness. I just kept it real tonight. I just was letting you know from the analytic perspective, this is what I saw. But at the end of the day, from an alumni perspective, I ain't fucking with no Jackson State. I don't even want to go to Jackson this weekend, but I'm going. I'm going to support my team. Mike, I wish you could be in attendance, but unfortunately, we'll send you the film. We'll show you how it goes. Hey. I don't want you to think it's sweet. I've been trying to be cool tonight. I've been trying to keep it in. I'm a little sickly. But, man, it ain't over. It's them Jaguars, baby. It don't matter whether we win or lose. I'm always rocking that blue and gold. It don't matter. You see it. We're in the championship. Everybody else going to be watching us this weekend. We in that thing. What that say? Jackson and Southern, right? Who that is? That's Dooley and your coach in his last game in the stadium that's on here. All right? You better enjoy every minute of it. Unfortunately, you won't be there. All right? Oh, damn about no Jackson State. Win or lose, we still talk shit.
Hey, Mike, if you want to hit us with the farewell speech, I'm
gonna say the farewell speech. I just want to say, coaches leave. I understand it. Everybody don't understand it. I understand how to be. It's a business.
We gonna be all right at Southern. We gonna leave.
Listen, we still gonna be Jackson State University. It ain't gonna change. At the end of the day, it's still gonna be I love Jackson State University. Hey man, it is what it is.
Scotty, they acting. This is gonna be for them when Obama left office.
You know what?
This how this gonna feel when Deion Lee is gonna be like when Obama left office. They were just black folks were sad all across America. All them Jackson State Tiger fans gonna be sad because they know they going back to the dumpster where they belong. Enjoy it while you got it, fellas.
Are you my friend? Hey, listen, bro.
While you got it.
Okay. Let's be a buck about it. It really wasn't Jackson State University. It was Deion Sanders University. And now that he's leaving, now you go back to what you were as being Jackson State University. Listen. And the Jackson State University, that's
been struggling.
They lose it. They lose. Deion Sanders University, you're winning. Like Odin busted the new hotness. Odin busted the new hotness. Now,
I am Deion, and this is Jackson State. All right. Ain't nobody come to see you, Jackson State. Come to see Deion. You're gonna set back in when he gone, and you're gonna realize it's back to the old way. Southern, we still riding regardless of the fact. We good where we at. We got a coach. We're gonna ride with him. We just want him to get a quarterback. He get a quarterback, but at the end of the day, we straight. We still Southern. Y'all got to live in the shadows of a coach that has put you on this high pedestal that y'all don't have the momentum to keep up by y'allself. Y'all don't have that type of energy within y'allself to keep that when he's gone. That's those Power Fives. No matter who's the coach at Alabama, Auburn, LSU, whatever, they got the momentum and the energy to keep that up. Y'all don't have that momentum. When he gone, you just like to welcome back.
We led
welcome
the
on
FCS
back.
in attendance before Deion, and we still gonna lead the FCS in attendance. He lead. Fact. It's just
cool.
fact.
I'm talking about winning the games. Y'all just showed up to watch yourself lose for 10 years. That's okay. Y'all showed up to support the band and here, get ready. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do as a fan base. When I'm talking about winning, when I'm talking about the exposure, when I'm talking about the recruits, good luck to you, fellas. Out there you go. Good luck to you.
All right, let's get to these call lines. 9593 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up?
How y'all doing? Hey, Reed, don't worry about that because Perry going to be the same way. We're going to be at the bottom. As long as they keep McCray, we both going to be at the bottom there. Right?
It's 1 year, and we still in the championship with this guy.
But still, we about to win it. But at the same time, Perry, you're going to be at the bottom still because everybody else going to get better. So we're going to get better. Like I said, I'm going to do Mike Reed. The score going to be 35-10. We still beat JSU Tigers.
Yes,
with
sir.
the lead, period. It's the highest. Still going to be the high. Everybody forget that it's still going to be the highest position to get. Coaches going to want to flock there. They coming still.
We'll do this, bro.
Right
Send something to my cash app and make me feel better then. Since we're going to send something to my cash and make me feel better then. Since you're talking cash money, send something to my cash app.
I'm going to say something. I got it.
Y'all talking cash money. Y'all send something to my cash. Make me feel good then. Since I'm going to be this weekend, I'm going to be all sad. Y'all talking about there's going to be teams getting better. That's what's up. That's on them. I'm not watching them. I'm watching Southern, and guess what? We in the championship. While all them other teams y'all thought was better than us going to be watching me and, well, not Mike Reed. They're going to be watching me and Scott. Scott, are you going to the game?
Yeah, I'm be at the game.
All right, they're going to be watching us this weekend, enjoying ourselves.
My question is, if the job was so good, why Deion leaving it? Next caller. 5486-5486.
They need to send some more money to Deion cash out. That's what they need to do.
Hey, what up, Scotty?
What's up?
Man, see, I just wanted to say to Mike Reed, because you the outcast, right? You the outcast, bro. Ken Clark and all them, yeah, they don't like that. You the ops to them. So while you're praising all this and that, yeah, you the ops that's hanging with Scotty.
Damn, y'all got in-house fighting going on?
That's tough.
Ken Clark is my guy. I watch his show. Once I get out here, I'm watching his show again. I donated to his show the other day. That's my guy. Zoe is my guy. So I don't know where that come from or whatever. That's my guy. Hey, if somebody feels some type of way in my relationship with Scotty, fuck them. Scotty is my guy. Shit. Scotty 100. Scotty brought me into his home last week. Scotty came and picked me up way on the other side of Atlanta and drove back to the other side of Atlanta. That's my guy, man. And I'm cool with Ken. I'm cool with Zoe. I'm cool with everybody at JSU, bro. So I don't know what this all about.
Man,
I be seeing the Twitter talk, but I don't be on Twitter. I don't do the Twitter finger, so
they J banging. They J banging.
Y'all fighting in-house?
No, they're my people. All of my people, for sure.
No. Well, they must be watching if they know you on here. Okay, it's quiet in this motherfucker.
And I watch them. I watch them.
Go for Scotty.
I gotta get that on the shirt. I gotta get that on the shirt. 7822 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
What's up, Scotty?
What's up?
I just wanted to call. Hey guys, hey Perry, hey Mike. I wanted to call and say it on your behalf, Perry. I thought that was kind of petty of Bashan's parents to do that, because I feel like, you know, if you're going to be in a position, you have to be able to take the criticism, and it goes both ways. And even if you would have went to a PWI, I mean, what would you would have done? You know what happens over there? They call out players all kind of N-words and everything. So what are you going to do? Chase down everybody that has something to say? I just think they need to pull back, trying to stop being sensitive and just deal with it, you know?
What happened? What happened?
What happened? I don't know what happened. What they do?
When Scotty was apologizing on the last show about Bashan McCray and stuff like that.
Oh no, that was a personal thing for me. Nobody made me do that. Actually, me and my girl was just talking about it. She's like, I think you went a little too hard on him. So that's why I apologize. Nobody, like, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody came at me, was like, you need to apologize. That was just me
personally. Then I thought it was like that. But anyway, regardless of how it goes, I'm from New Orleans, SU alumni all day. Don't matter.
Let's go.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming, baby.
Shout out to yeah, I hear that in New Orleans.
Lose.
Yeah, listen. Okay, let's be real, right? And I want to be very clear. I just felt like, me talking to Key, we were just like, I think I went a little too hard on McCray. You know what I'm saying? That's just a personal thing of me. Nobody made me do it. McCray people didn't reach out to me and nothing like that. Like, hey, stop talking. None of that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was just me personally saying, I think I went too hard. But let's be real. She's right, though. Like, them Power 5 schools, them kids be having death threats. Like, y'all think it's a game. Thanks. Like, those kids got to get off social media.
When LSU lost to Florida State this year, they had to, man, it got bad. The administration had to step up and say something because they were all on the kids. So, you know, this light work right here. Hey, and I heard it for years dealing with skeletons. So I got thick skin. I'm all right.
Yeah.
You know, this comes with it when you're the quarterback. You got the ball in your hand every time. All eyes on you. And shout out to Baton Rouge. You got LSU and Southern playing for conference championships this week. They both underdogs, but it don't matter.
That'd be crazy if they both lost.
Hey, what Jackson got? Who in Jackson? Is it Jackson State?
The city of losers.
Millsap College? Millsap in the championship this weekend?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Tougaloo, are they in the championship this weekend?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Hey, what other schools y'all got over there?
Hey, Miss Hill, let me tell you this. When Deion leave, I'm gonna be on y'all ass. I'm gonna be on y'all ass. Every time y'all lose, I'm gonna be on y'all ass. Cause y'all, listen, y'all was at the top. Y'all was talking all that mess. But when y'all get brought back, listen, y'all gonna think I talked about y'all when y'all was winning. Oh, Scotty, keep Jack State in his mouth. You're damn right, because y'all Bama's is losing now. I'm gonna keep y'all gonna be hot. Y'all gonna be hot for losing. Well, I'm gonna be on y'all ass. 1296 coming to you. Hey, call you off.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty? What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Perry? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
All right. I just want to give a score prediction real quick, and then I want to make a reference to the Trent Dilford possible job, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I think Bashan McCray kind of is hungry, and man, Southern's defense is crazy, bro. I watched the highlight when they played Grambling. Man, I think it's redemption, bro. I think they're going to fly around to the ball. They're going to be physical. I think, like Perry said, they're going to change up the scheme. And basically, like you say, Coach, he got to put a different quarterback in if Bashan McCray is not executing. But I think, you know what I'm saying, I think he's going to pull it around. I got a close one, 31-28. I got a close one.
And you going Southern?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what about the UAPB thing with Trent?
UAB.
Okay. Just like Perry White said, you know.
Don't have the folks thinking he had to be Pine Bluff, man. Don't have my bad, brother. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, like Perry White say, you know, white people, they stick together, man. And, you know, they make all type of calls and connections for each other. But I don't know if y'all know, but Trent Dilford, man, you know, he played in the league for about 15 years. And I don't know how well y'all follow the high school guys, but he's coached, he's in the Elite 11. And he's coached, I think, about 20 first-round draft pick quarterbacks at Power 5 schools, like getting them ready for the Elite 11. So I really believe that's kind of what's, you know, making them make that higher if it's going to happen.
I don't think that's
probably going to be.
I still think that's a disservice to Deion because he was coaching at the Under Armour American Games.
Thanks.
Right. You're right. But
So,
like Perry say, the other race stick together more than our people stick together, you know. So, you know, but that's all I got, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man.
Hey, appreciate it. I don't think it has anything to do with sticking together. I think it's about the people in power. The people in power look more like Trent Dilfer than Deion, like us, than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was more people like us that were in power, then you'll get more Trent Dilfers who are black. And he's like, hey, I just want to give my guy a chance. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I like him. But it ain't a lot of that. So you just gotta work the system the way it is. 54-55 coming to you. Hey, calling you live.
What's up, Scotty?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Deshaun calling from the BR, baby. Hey, Perry, what's happening?
What's going on?
Man, nothing much. I'm just calling to say this. It's hard to beat a team twice. But we will beat Jackson this weekend. I'm just letting it hang out there. Mike Reed, you can laugh all you want. I don't believe in McCray, but I believe in our defense. We will win this weekend.
I love it. I love the confidence. Hey, appreciate the call.
All right, Scotty.
All right, appreciate it. Did he say that was Bashan? It sounded like he said my name was Bashan.
Yeah, I was ready for him to be like, hey, Perry, shut the hell up talking about me.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I thought it was Ghana, so I was like, I was ready for whatever was coming. I was like, damn, here we go.
I was thinking like Kevin Hart. It's about to go down.
About to go down. I thought that was Bashan. I was like, damn, this is Bashan's dad. Oh, I was like, he's about to get crazy.
His dad named Bashan too?
Oh no.
Oh.
I just heard Bashan, so I was just like, oh shit.
I was just ready to hear where it was gonna go. I was, you know.
Yeah. 93-15 coming through. Hey,
Scotty.
What's up?
What's up, man? It's Black. Mike Reed.
Yeah, Black, what's going on?
What's up, Black?
What's going on? Hey, Barry White, you know we're going to have you singing like Barry White this weekend, man. We on Southern Air, man.
Hey, let me tell you, when I get in town, I'm going over there where I went last time, Valley Street Fish House.
Yes, sir.
I done went down in the hood. I done went down in the bottom and got there. I done been to Boston's. I done went out there and ate my chicken with my mild sauce in front of the stove. The owner came out and told me no loitering, so I had to get the hell on. And I might go to Steps and put myself out my misery with good bourbon.
Perry, let me say this and I'm going to ask my question. Perry got to step the game up, man. Go to Johnny T's, man. Sit down. Nice, man. Go by Johnny T's, man. Trust me, Perry, you won't be disappointed. But
what's that? You gotta tell me what Johnny T's is first.
And it's not for Mike Reed, we talked about it earlier. Perry and Scotty. So hypothetically speaking, if Deion was to leave and take the Colorado job or the South Florida job, in my opinion,
it's not hypothetical.
I think it's already reached his peak as a quarterback. Back-to-back years of throwing for 3,000 yards. Like, how much better do y'all think he can get? Going to a group of five or a PW or a Power 5.
You know what?
Outside of his draft stock rising.
Listen, I think that junior year is going to be very difficult for Shedeur. And the reason I say that is because he wasn't really putting up great numbers against bad defenses and teams that were less talented than his. So when you go to a Power 5 like a Colorado and you're in a rebuilding phase, I don't know when the talent goes up, will his production go up? You know what I'm saying? So that's where, because you're going to see a lot more interceptions. You're probably going to see a lot like less yards. So I think that junior year is going to be a fill-out year. But his senior year, he can bounce back. You know what I'm saying? He could definitely bounce back his senior year. But I think that I still think Shedeur's his poise is elite. Like, it is truly elite. I can't wait to see what that looks like at a Power 5 level, how he works the pocket, how he never gets sped up, how he works it at his own pace. I'm really excited to see what that looks like at a Power 5 level. So, but I definitely think a lot of his stats are going to go down because he couldn't do it. When he had the best team, he still couldn't 400, 500 yards. He couldn't do it.
So, Scotty, let me ask you this. if at best he a 3,000 yard per season quarterback, how does that push him up in the draft? Because what we're looking at now, projectably a 6th round or a 7th round. So how does, if his stats go down, how does that project him going higher in the draft from like a 3rd or 4th round if his stats not getting better?
Well, I see it like this, right? And I think it's a catch-22. What you're trying to see is Shedeur capable of is stepping up for the, because I'll say this, I always think Shedeur has an Aaron Rodgers. He has an Aaron Rodgers aura about him, right? When you have Shedeur, you have a chance. You want that same feeling at Power 5. If he can take that same Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna have that game-winning drive. I'm gonna have the game-winning touchdown. I'm gonna do the right play at the right time and win the game. To me, I don't think if he throws for 2,500 to 3,000 yards, it's going to be a bad thing when you see that he's a winner. A lot of people like winners, and I think if you can see that Shedeur can dictate, he can manage the game well. He's smart with the ball. He's a winner. I still think he's draftable, and the competition has gotten better, and you still see him play at a high level. I think he bumps up to a 4th or 5th round pick, maybe even 3rd. If his stats go up, that's when you get second. I'm
gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead.
What would help to do is this, guys. If he played fairly well going into, like, say for instance, a Colorado or UCF had like a top 15 team on their schedule, just like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler dominated Tennessee and he dominated Clemson.
Yeah.
That would be like practically the only thing that may help him. Shedeur is a damn good quarterback. I love him as a quarterback, but I just don't see him statistically getting better. Now, from the brain up, he's going to get better, true enough, because he's around better analysts. I don't know if Bartolone will go or not, but that was just my question, Scott.
No, that's I was hoping you was gonna be there, Black, because Perry said, I mean not Perry, but Mike said your family be cooking, and I was expecting to get something to eat.
Hey, Scotty, that's on me though. It ain't on Mike, it's on me. I had something bigger come up, and I was like, I'm not gonna pass up on the opportunity. Mike Reed was pissed though. He was pissed, but you know.
All right. Because I was looking forward to that food, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. I was looking forward to it.
All right, Scotty, just let me know when you in Dallas. I got you, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Scotty, can I say something too? You know, we talk about the quarterback position and talking about McCray and his struggles. When you look at for Southern, Glendon Bubba McDaniel has the most Division I quarterback experience on this team, right? He played last year against Jackson State. Went 16 of 24 for 176 yards and a touchdown. If it wasn't for Jackson State with that late touchdown in the 4th quarter, Southern wins this game. And if I'm Eric Dooley, I got to go back and watch that game and see what was it that Glendon Bubba McDaniel did well in that game for him to have the success that he did. You know, down the stretch, the run game kind of went away from Southern to help them out to convert a 3rd down to possibly keep the clock going down. But you got a quarterback on your team that faced this team last year.
Yeah.
It went 16 of 24 for 176 yards and was able to get a touchdown in there. You got to be able to use that with what you have now. And I just had to bring that up because this guy did play against Jackson last year. So it's not like he has not seen the field. And not only that, he got a chip on his shoulder. This could possibly be his last game. You got a guy that's a 5th-year senior who's been a part of this program with Dawson Odoms, Jason Rollins, and now Eric Dooley. He's had to prove himself year in and year out. Give this guy a chance in this ball game. Give him a chance. And that's where I'm at with it. If Bashan goes out and struggle, you got a guy who's already faced Jackson State before. You got a guy who already has Division I snaps at the quarterback position. You got a guy that's going to be playing with a chip because this could be it for him.
Yeah.
His whole football career. Give this guy a chance to go out with a bang. Don't let him sit on the bench and watch this game get washed down the drain. And we're going to rock with McCray, and McCray goes out there and struggle, and you allow a guy who's bought into this program, who's graduated, who is Southern through and through, because he could have transferred and went anywhere.
Yeah.
And he showed you how dedicated he was. Give this guy a chance to be the hero. If it comes down to it.
I don't see Dooley doing that at all, not even a little bit. 35-84 coming to you. Hey,
what's going on, fellas?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Coach Marv, man. I'm calling from Columbia, South Carolina, brother.
What's up, Coach?
Man, hey, yeah, man, I've been catching y'all on YouTube, man. I just wanted to say something, man. I really think this game is going to be a little tougher for Jackson State. Just looking at how they've been playing lately, and how Southern, and it's hard to beat a team 2 times. But I really want to point in on with Deion Sanders. To do great things, to make great change, there must be sacrifice. And for all that Deion has done for the publicity and the spotlight of bringing the focus to not only JSU as well as the black college football, his thing is not finished yet. And for him to be great and to take this thing all the way to the level it needs to take it to, there must be sacrifice. And that sacrifice may be that chance to be at a Power 5 school. That sacrifice may be not being on the stage of maybe winning a national championship in the Power 5 level, but building something that's great there and building the greatness of, and bringing along the greatness of the other schools because of the competition level will put him in a Mount Rushmore of coaches that we hadn't seen since the never seen before, because the Eddie Robinson didn't have the media attention that Deion can gather. So he has to be very careful about that, because if he wants greatness, if he gets Jackson State to the point where they're dominating the SWAC, as well as after a while they're playing non-conference games against the North Dakota State, and they're being competitive and winning games, or winning games against maybe lesser Power 5 teams, and get that program where it's consistently great in that area, because there has been teams in the SWAC that has been dominant and had dominant seasons before. But that consistency and growth of that will bring along everyone else. But to be great and for great change in everything, it must be sacrifice. And that's maybe the sacrifice that you have to give to bring the light to the HBCUs like it should be. Just wanted to say that, fellas. Man, y'all do a great job, man. Keep on pushing, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I'll say this to that. It's only going to work for Deion. It don't matter who else comes in this conference. If you're not a guy who's been in that white world and been able to finesse and work your way in the world that they've already been in, look at Rob Broadway and what he did at North Carolina A&T. North Carolina A&T, no matter who they played, Jacksonville State, Eastern Carolina, Kent State, it didn't matter. They were an FCS playoff team as well as a Celebration Bowl champion team, and they were one of the first to go out here and do it. It took forever for them to get the respect that they did. Nobody never came and knocked on Rob Broadway's door saying, come here. But you go back and you look at Jay Hawkins, a white man at Alcorn. Started Alcorn because he was white. Broadway was more, he couldn't even beat Broadway in the Celebration Bowl.
Fact.
The opportunity came for him because of what? The color of his skin. You can go to a group of 5 and go be the head coach at Southern Miss. Roger Fobbs went 2 years and then lose a SWAC game. This ain't new what Deion Sanders is doing. They almost beat the University of Arizona at Arizona if Kincaid don't get hurt in that game.
Yeah.
But Roger Fobbs don't get that opportunity. Deion gets the opportunity because he's Deion. Anybody else that come through this league, and I agree with him, I feel him, but it's hard because we got to work 10 times as harder. We can't even get the damn job at UAB, and you can go undefeated 3 years in the SWAC, and they still won't even look at you.
I mean, the great example is Willie Simmons. Like, Willie Simmons turned FAMU around. Like, FAMU was a joke at football. He's gone 9-2, 9-2, 9-2, and he's being overlooked for jobs that should be shoo-ins. Like, if Deion wasn't in the conference, South Florida should be his job. Florida Atlantic should be his job. Like, those should be his job without even batting an eye, because he's in Florida, he's recruited, he's turned the program around, but yet you still, somehow, his resume is not enough. It's not enough.
And you put in guys who failed where they was at. Like I heard Scott Cross name. Scott, why would you put Scott Frost, he didn't do shit at Nebraska. How do you throw that in? And that's constantly where you get these guys that are recycled. They think the SWAC coaches recycled. Shit, white coaches recycled in their world, and they can fail somewhere and still come on and get hired somewhere and get an opportunity with millions of dollars out on the line and walk away with a paycheck. These are lottery tickets that they constantly keep giving out to these guys, and it's hard for us to get through the door.
Absolutely. Rocky, coming to you.
Hey, you brothers are preaching tonight, man. And that's what I was going to speak to. You know, I know the brother had that I Have a Dream speech he just made about what Deion can do and all that. But at any point in Deion's life, you know, has he made a sacrifice for anybody? Right? I'll wait.
I mean,
when he was in,
I think coming to Jackson, if I listen, I'll say this. I think coming to Jackson, what is it like? It's like when you know.
What other options did he have, Scott?
But hold on. I think taking Jackson was like, let me go down to go up, because clearly they don't think I'm good enough. Like Trent Dilfer, to go straight to from high school to go to a Group of 5 program. They don't think I'm good enough for that. So let me go down to go up, and I'll show them. I still think that's a somewhat of a sacrifice. Personally, that might be a personal sacrifice. I might not see it as one, but to me, Deion, his ego, what he believes, what he felt he could bring, it probably was a personal sacrifice.
It was, because he was trying to be head coach at Arkansas, Florida State. Like, they not going to trust you with that program right out the gate.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is he embraced black college football because that's where the opportunity was. And Deion is a master at taking advantage of opportunities and doing amazing things with those opportunities, bro. I'm not knocking him at all, but it hasn't been his playbook to make sacrifices for the culture. It ain't been in his playbook to sacrifice himself for the greater good of everybody else. That ain't been his playbook. Now, he loves his family. He loves his son. He's a family man. He even sets an amazing example for guys. But when you talk about a guy that's going to turn down $25, possibly $30 million and an opportunity to go to Power 5, you know, a Group of 5 program, just so he can stay here and toil amongst, you know, programs, black college football programs that are struggling just to have trainers and have adequate facilities and all that kind of stuff. Where has it shown that Deion is willing to make those kind of sacrifices when those other opportunities are available? And this guy has been literally in the public eye for the better part of, 35 years. And each and every time he's made a move, whether it was playing both sports, switching teams, doing whatever, it was always done in the best interest of Deion, despite what other people thought about the moves he was making. And I admire him for that. That's what makes him Deion. But that's also doesn't put him in a situation where it's likely that he'd take a hit right now and say, I'm going to turn those opportunities down. And me, Willie Simmons, Dooley, all of us, we're going to get together and make this SWAC the great FCS programs in America. Like, I don't see that being his deal. I can't see him not getting that $30 million. I can't see it.
Hey, appreciate the call, Rob.
And improving the lives of his assistant coaches, bro.
You know what? Listen, I wasn't rocking with a lot of what Rocky said. I'm gonna be honest. But when he said the last part about him, Dooley, Willie coming together and trying to make it like, like making the SWAC, taking the SWAC, elevating it together, I'm like, that's actually a damn good idea. But, you
got some people out there that think he still ain't SWAC. Like, can they collectively come together? Is going to be the thing,
Yeah, and for me, it's like, are we asking too much of Deion? That's the thing. Like, what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing for me is like you asked him to be a football coach. You didn't ask him to be Martin Luther King. You didn't ask him to be the commissioner, for being honest, but he's playing both roles. He's an advocate for Jackson. He's an advocate for the SWAC. Like, I don't know what else you want from Deion, and he did it with such class. I mean, he had his faults every now and again, but he did it with class, and he put everybody on his back and and elevated everything. And so, I mean, like, to me, it's like, damn, when you gonna hold your commissioner accountable to pass the baton and run with it?
That's the thing about it. Everybody got to do work. We can't keep continuously trying to find Deion Sanders to do shit. We got athletic directors that we pay that's supposed to be able to go sit in boardrooms and have meetings with corporations and partnerships and whoever the hell else we can go do to be able to enhance what we have in athletics. We got school presidents that's supposed to be able to go sit down and find people. We got boards. We got a SWAC commissioner. Those are the people that need to work together. The coaches they coach football. That's their job.
Facts.
Football. You're not asking Nick Saban to come over here and figure out what we need to do in athletics. Yes, Deion has the savviness right now, and we're asking for him to try to teach somebody that savviness because he's been in these rooms before. But then we got to hold ourselves accountable and go hire the people in these positions, put the money up, be a part of these booster clubs and foundations to get the right people that help elevate our athletic departments, to help elevate our institutions as presidents and athletic directors. That's what we got to do, and stop trying to worry about a football coach to do it, because on our level, you're asking the guy to do too much when he's already dealing with limited resources.
Facts.
And he does not have a lot as a football coach on this level. So you got to be able to hold your athletic directors accountable, hold your administrations accountable, get the right people in there that know how to go sit down and beat this. That's their job. They're supposed to be baby Deons. They're supposed to know how to go sit down with Walmart and with this company and that company and say, hey, look, we in your backyard. Or, hey, we're part. Under Armour came to Deion and spoke to the team. Southern's Under Armour. Can we reach out to the Under Armour president and say, hey, man, try shit out with us. Hey, come visit our campus.
Please.
Be in the championship too. Give us some shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the type of meetings you got to do. That's the type of stuff you got to have instead of sitting back. And that's why I said, even when College Game Day came to the Southern Jackson game, what we was going to do to build off of that, or was we just going to allow that to be a moment that was in time and it went past and we forgot about it, and they say get lost in the sauce?
I agree. Listen, man, and guys, everybody, hey, y'all got something to do? I want to make sure, because it's a lot of callers. So yeah,
I'm good.
Okay. And everybody in the chat, listen, you can.
This is the last one of the year too, so I'm rocking with you.
Come on. All right. So listen, this is my thing, right? And I'm going to say this. The only issue that I have with the SWAC and what they're trying to do is that you didn't use Deion to build infrastructure, right? And this is what I mean. You didn't use the hype. Okay, like a lot of YouTubers, right? Me, CFL, SWAC Buzz, whoever you want to name. We use the power of Deion to build our platforms. The SWAC got the attention, but what did they build off of it, right? What SWAC shows do they have? There's no SWAC network that you can go on YouTube and just watch games. There's no SWAC app that lets you know when basketball games are coming on. Like, little things like that, to me, is what you should have used Deion, who was the rocket to this propeller. Bro, you could have came up with a show with anybody. It could have been Boo-Hoo and Lou-Hoo hosting a SWAC event, and Deion sits down and everybody go and watch it because Deion's on it. So now you're getting the eyes, and now you've established this show. So when Deion leaves, you still got a show that everybody knows of, right? So when people come at me and say, Scotty, what you going to do when Deion leave? What you mean? You still going to tune into Monday on Kofi. You still going to tune into Wednesdays when I got Mike. You still going to tune into Thursdays when I got Blue. And when I bring Perry, because I'm trying to get a show with Perry, you're going to be here too, because I've established a pattern that people get caught up on. That's what the SWAC should have done. You should have established a pattern to where now people are like, bump Deion. I'm just here for the show.
You got my attention. You got these celebrities and everybody being a part of it. You got them shouting out Jackson. You got them talking about HBCUs. And this is where we have missed the mark. I know, man, we're supposed to be talking about how Southern and Jackson gonna tear each other up this weekend. But these are good combos because it is much needed, because I think a lot of times we have a misunderstanding on how athletics work. And I see for Black folks especially, I told you, it's two things we don't like. It's politics and it's education. And we want everything for free or for cheap. Give me the hookup, Scotty. Give me the cousin deal.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to invest. You invest and then I'll roll off of it after you did what you need to do. And that's one of the issues when we talk about marketing and branding. We miss the mark because we think it's something cheap. We think it's easy to do. Yeah. Well, I always say, take the blueprint of what the other schools have done. Take the blueprint of what the other conferences have done. We don't got to reinvent the wheel. We can just take what they've done and just bring it to our level and do the best that we can. But it's going to take some money. It's going to take some investment. You're going to have to try. You can't keep allowing these opportunities to get past you, because when you do, you're going to keep wondering why you were the ass end of the joke every time when people looking at FAMU and say, well, fam, you're not good enough to get in the FCS playoff. Well, what do we do in order to push our programs, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's star athletes that we have? Yeah. We said this once before. We don't even sell out. Shador today just unveiled his Under Armour jersey for sale. Why are we not selling our guys' jerseys?
I've been preaching that. Since Akil Glass has left Alabama A&M. His senior year, I said that would have been the most sold jersey in the SWAC because he's the fourth leading passer. Have him sign his name. That jank would have went for a grip, and A&M and Akil could have came to an agreement. 70-30, we get 70. Akil, you get 30, and we keep it pushing. Same thing with Jarvion Howard with Alcorn. You know how much money Alcorn would make if they sold Jarvion Howard jerseys? Do you know how much money Texas Southern would make if they sold Andrew Body jerseys? I would have 3. Okay.
How much money would Southern make with Basam McCray jerseys? That was a little joke. I know where you go. I just wanted a joke in there. I'll buy a Lenore Artillery jersey. I'll buy a Willie Quinn jersey. I'll buy a Danny Johnson jersey. I'll buy a Ladarius Skelton jersey. There's so many guys whose jerseys I'll buy. Yeah. And let's not even go to the basketball side. Texas Southern sitting on a gold mine when you talk about basketball.
A gold mine.
What was the young lady that was at Grambling? That was the basketball player. Damn, I can't think of her name.
Oh, she went overseas. Yeah, she went overseas.
She was averaging a triple-double every night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the part where I say we got to get people in place at our schools when we talk about athletic directors and when we talk about athletic staffs and when we have vision. We're going to always remain 5 and 10 years behind everybody else because we just simply don't want to. I know we ain't got no money. I get it with what the hell we got to do to get out here and get some money. We can't not have money forever. That's that hood mentality. I can always be from the hood, but that don't mean I got to always live in the hood.
Yeah.
That's her. Man, a baller. Yeah. A baller. We missed out on the opportunity for this girl, this young lady right here. She put the SWAC on her back. You know, but I'm just saying, it's just the fact we don't got to keep having that mentality. You want to eat spam for the rest of your life or eventually because you ain't got no money now, or eventually you're going to go out and do something. You got to start somewhere and then work your way up. But you got to have visionary people to be able to do that. You got to be able to hold people accountable to do that. We got to collectively come together to do that. I will buy a dually. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, man, y'all crazy.
He can have his own line.
Yeah. 2917 coming to you.
Hey, how y'all doing, brothers?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling?
I'm not calling to change the subject, none. I'm a Valley grad, but I want to call to talk about the Prime. Now, y'all know, and I know it too. Prime said when he first came to Jackson State that the good Lord told him to come to Jackson State. That's what he said.
I believe.
So I think if he leaves Jackson State and goes to the white folks school, he gonna mess up because he ain't doing what the Lord told him to do. If the Lord told him to come to Jackson State and told him to change things at Jackson State, he better not follow that money. He better stay where he at and follow the Lord. That's all I got to say. Bye.
That's all I got to say.
Scotty, you spoke on that last week. You spoke on that last week, Scotty, when you were saying it's not gonna be as fruitful when you don't follow the Lord's plan. You spoke on that last week,
change
Scotty.
though. You know, seasons do change.
Yeah, I try to. I gave a little sermon. You know, just a little. Gave a little sermon about covering and God's will, and you know.
Mr. Campbell said that was the white Jesus he talked to.
Obviously, white Jesus will get you some money, won't he?
Boy. Babe, are you talking to white Jesus? I'm trying to get some money. 4-2. No. Coach Green, coming to you.
Mike Reed.
Coach Green, before you even start, don't start with that BS today, now, Coach Green.
What?
Because I know you're coming with some bullshit now. Don't start today.
What you talking about? I was gonna talk about how y'all just gonna lose this weekend and Dion out the house.
Can't baptize nobody in that Jackson water, boy. He ain't lying. Woo! Might have a third ear coming at that Jackson.
Hey, that's gonna hurt us. Would that hurt? Y'all lose the SWAC championship and Dion leave at the same time.
That'd be tough.
Hey, what they say? I sip my tea on that.
The haters pray on your downfall.
That's fair.
Hey, then Scotty gonna have to have a show if that happens. Woo! I hate to be a Jackson fan that day.
Man, listen. You know they be like, hey, I'm not the type of person that puts salt in the wound. Shh, boy, I'll be out here.
Hey, this all they'll have of him, Scotty. In remembrance of him.
You throwing pepper, Zataran, all of it.
Ponies, all that. I'm putting all type of salt in that. All type of syrup. Listen,
but all right, this is my question for all y'all.
What's up?
This is my question for all y'all. You know, since we talking all SWAC football, who would y'all like to see to be the coach at Bethune-Cookman?
I appreciate the call, Coach Green. Mike, you take it first, and I'll end it.
Willie Taggart.
You like Willie?
I'm going with Willie T.
Willie T?
Yeah, I think there'll be a boost to the program. I think it'll be all positive vibes with Willie Taggart. I'm calling Willie.
What you got, Perry?
I keep throwing this name everywhere I can. Chennis Berry. Get a man a chance. Shit. You ever heard of Benedict College?
Yeah.
No, Benedict College football?
I was in Columbia.
So you know nobody cared about Benedict College football. Ever. Took them undefeated. They just lost in the second round of the Division II playoffs. They were number 1 seed, won their first ever conference championship. He did that in 2 years. 5-5, and then what? I think 11-1. That's the name I'm gonna just throw.
It got mollywopped by Wingate, but
it's just his second season. I mean, once again, that's what I'm saying. He established their cultures quick, and it grew from there. It has nothing but to keep going from there. So I mean, I don't know what you want from a coach that lost 1 game in the season, and yeah, it was in a playoff, a Division II playoff that's deep, and we know how we look when it comes to playoffs, regardless if it's FCS or Division II. But if you're looking for somebody to do something at Bethune-Cookman, I'll continue to throw his name out there.
For me, it's 2 people. It is either Ed Reed or Brian Jenkins. I'm going back to the well.
Well, you remember he had allegations on him. I think he was pulling knives or something on some kids. It was some issues he had there. It was a lack of institutional control. I don't think you can double back with that.
If Hugh Freeze can get jobs at Auburn, I'm doubling back to Brian Jenkins.
That's fair.
That's fair. Hey,
I won't let the white man walk away with this one in good graces and without looking out for one of my own. You got me with that one.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Stop it now. Let's stop it. Shoot.
That's fair.
Scott Frost over there is stinking up the joint in Nebraska. Oh, he a hot candidate. Well, Brian Jenkins was killing Bama's at Bethune. Bring your ass on back, Jink. 64-55 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey.
Hey, Perry and Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
I just wanted to say first and foremost, I just got through laughing. I was a little late coming in, and I watched your questions, and when you put up that Southern will score 3 points, I said, Scott is trying to be a comedian. that is just too funny. 3 points? I'm like, come on now. But I want
we thought they was going to score last time. We thought they was going to score last time.
I'm so sick of them talking about this Jesus thing. So let me give this hypothetical. Maybe let's keep it 100. And Mike, please don't get mad at me. It ain't like Jackson State was some golden job, okay? That Deion Sanders accepted. Deion Sanders had lost never in Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, he was offered opportunity. He said he prayed about it. Okay, and he said when he said to me when he said God called me collect and I had to accept the charges. That's what insinuates to me. I really want this. I want Power 5. So perhaps let's look at this analogy. Perhaps God said, let me help you, old knucklehead boy. You trying to be a pro 5 coach? Let me help you. But you're gonna have to go sideways before you go ahead. You're gonna have to take a lateral before you get a promotion. I had my mentor at my job used to tell me that all the time. Sometimes you got to take a lateral before you get a promotion. When I get pissed off because I got passed over for opportunities that I feel like I should have got that's $20,000 more a year, my mentor would say, take the job that's $5,000 more a year. It's going to shine a little bit more spotlight on you and get you ready for that $20,000. So perhaps Deion said, okay, Lord, I hear you. I'm going to take this job at Jackson State. And then God said in return, I'm going to shine the light on you. And boy, has the light shine. I'm going to shine the light on you so strong until you're not going to have to go after Power 5 no more. They're going to come after you. Maybe that was what God and Deion did. Maybe that's what it was, because he certainly wasn't going for no Jackson State job. Let's just be real. He wanted to go P5 the whole time. He kept that 100. And when he didn't get a job at P5, God said, okay, go this route. You're fishing, but you're fishing at the wrong side of the net, like he told the other disciples. Let your net down over here and do this first. And he probably didn't even want to do it. That's probably why he said, let me pray about it. And God had to call me collect, because he really didn't want this route, okay? He wanted to go straight. God told him you're going to have to go in circle first before you can get where you're going. Maybe that's what he did. And these people that want him to now that he at Jackson State, they want him to be the commissioner. They want him to be Jesus. Kind of remind me of my pastor. He used to get up in the pulpit on Sunday and say, listen, if y'all house catch on fire, call the fire department. Don't call me. I don't put out fires like that. This is spiritual. Call the fire department. Don't expect me to do everything. So they expected Deion to do everything. Now he needs to turn Jackson State upside down. I love Deion. I'm a big fan, but he is not Jesus. Okay? It's going to take Jesus, some disciples, and a whole lot of people willing to do a whole lot of work to get Jackson State where y'all want it to be without Deion, because he's leaving, because he's taking the money and going where he wanted to go the whole
those two
time
conferences
to a Power 5 school. Period. Love you, gentlemen. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to hang up and let the next one call in.
Thank you, ma'am.
Scotty, can you do something for me?
What's up?
Put my cash app back up there. We're going to pass that collection plate around one more time. She was preaching. Hey, y'all, we're going to pass that collection plate around one more time. All right? That was a woman of the cloth right there.
Shout out to her. If you would like to make a donation for her preaching, you can donate all the funds to $PY 1210.
For my birthday, buy me some cough medicine, a drink, some lunch. I'll take it. Help me with my Wi-Fi so I can keep doing this with Scotty. Something.
Hey, because your Wi-Fi last year.
Woo. My Wi-Fi, I'm going to tell you, I had two set up. It's one for fast, and then it's one for just like regular stuff. I was on the regular stuff, then I realized I got to get on that fast one. So, yeah.
5G.
Can you hear me now?
5769 coming to you. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, what's up, Scotty?
What's up?
Hey, this is Victor calling from Largo. So I've been hired to write Deion's introductory speech on Sunday, And, you know, I'm going to add some of the stuff that lady just said before me. So, anyways. Hey, y'all notice how I should do it? Trying to sell them Under Armour jerseys, trying to bring out all the rollout plans, all the endorsements before they leave. That kind of seems kind of confirming what we're thinking.
And what's that?
That, you know, him and the stock is definitely gone, so we got to bring out all the rollout marketing campaigns we had right now.
Okay.
Nah, but anyway, this I just have one more thing to say.
What's up?
So if there's not 65,000 people in that stadium on Sunday, Jackson didn't deserve to keep being on. Because if you can infer that to his last game.
Listen. That's the same dude that said Michael Vick wasn't special. And so anytime he
Wait, what?
Oh, what? Every time I hear that name, Victor from Maryland, because I know who I've never forgotten that kid. He was like, "Oh, Michael Vick, he's not special. He couldn't really recruit, or like he couldn't be no like coach or recruit." I said, "Bro, Michael Vick is like it's Michael
Vick.
It's Michael Vick.
That's my favorite player of all time. You don't take his call again, bro. Not while I'm on here. You will not disrespect the great Michael Vick. Now you talking about a ride or die? I'll fight behind Michael Vick, real talk. If I was just walking and Michael Vick was in the fight, I'd help him out. That's how real I am. Hey, I'm a diehard Michael Vick. That's my favorite player.
Oh man, yeah.
You ain't gonna talk about Michael Vick like that, bro.
Oh, he blew my life when he called in that way. I was like, bro, I was like, I am not dealing with that dude.
Oh, some damn dogs. They ain't had to do my brother like that over no damn dogs.
Not even a little bit. Hey, 0187 coming to you.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Hey, just here, man. Here, I look for you, man, at the Bayou Classic, dude. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you. Mike, how you doing, my brother?
What's going on, brother?
Now, with the Jackson State game, I hope we can pull it off. And Scotty, I know you remember my reaction after you told me what you told me.
Well,
that's how I feel today, huh?
What happened? What you talking about?
When you told me that who was starting, sat at the Bayou Classic.
What?
When we talked at the Bayou Classic over there by Roland Martin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm locked in now.
Yeah, man. I you seen how I jumped around, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like that tonight because here's the reason why. I heard Scotty say something that was very important. That Bubba should be starting, man. I thought when a player go down and he get hurt, I thought that, you know, it's your job to lose once you win like that. I can see if he lost, but then when the next game, of course, with the Bayou Classic, he starts him. And what, you know, I understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
But hopefully we can pull this thing off. Hopefully he can have some type of epiphany and let Bubba come in the game. But number two, before you go, I love what y'all was discussing about some of the financial stuff. That's what I wanted to talk about. I know Roland was busy, but I wanted to get y'all two together for the whole that type of conversation, man, because he had a validation thing show about when Jackson State had the ESPN there. And I wanted to talk about some of the things financially that the SWAC could have done because, man, both of y'all have some excellent ideas that can transpire even when Dion is gone. So, but I love the show. Perry, so I miss you, my brother. And I hope you feel better later. And Mike, man, keep up the good work as well. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Hey, this ain't never a lie. Listen, Perry is not, listen. If you want to see Perry White, just be somewhere around the band. You're going to see the dreads, and he's going to be like, yeah, that's facts.
I am Southern, baby. I rock with the sports. I rock with the band. I rock with the education. I rock with it all. Ain't no phone. Hey, something that I thought about. I don't even know if I want to go here with it. Between when we talk about that religious and when we talk about dealing with education,
yeah,
we'll pay a pastor a lot more than we'll pay our football coach. pass that collection plate around in church before we pass it around for our athletic department, won't we? I didn't want to do nothing with that. I swear I didn't want to ruffle that up. But it was on my mind. I said, should I say it or should I not? But we talk about HBCUs struggling, but I see these churches ain't struggling. They growing bigger by the day. And it's by the pockets of the people that's sitting in the seats, ain't it? I don't hear them talking about low resources, limited resources.
In the same areas.
I hear them say when we trying to build that new church, we're going to pass that collection plate around one more time.
Let's get to that building fund. Hey, Lindsay, coming to you.
I'm going to leave it alone.
I calling you live.
Hey, guys. Hey, appreciate it, Scotty.
What's up?
Hey, let me ask you, Perry and Mike Reed, all HBCU grads, right? Dion only came as an outsider to shed light on a product you already had. So my question is why do HBCU alumni and grads treat every other black person like we don't belong because we don't know all the stuff that goes on HBCU? We want to support. We want to be there. But I think that's the difference between PWIs. PWIs only see green. They only see that money. It's just like when they treated Scotty the way they treated Scotty in his first year. Oh, he don't know anything about HBCUs. He's never been to HBCU. And I see that a lot in the chat. But then Dion comes, and then all of a sudden, you know, me as a sidewalk fan come, and I want to give my opinion, and I want to talk about it, and I want to be a part of it. But then I see in chats, oh, you don't know nothing about HBCUs, so you get out of here. Scotty, you don't know nothing about HBCUs. You never been here. We see that all the time. So why is that?
You want me to speak on it?
Yeah, you can go first.
For some reason, it's like, how can I put it? Because I've dealt with this same thing when I even bring up coaches that have been on the white side of things, and then I see the success or I see something that seems to be positive out of them, and then I bring it back, and then I say, hey, what you think this guy do in the league with us? Well, he wanted to be with the white folks. He wanted to go over there. He wanted to do this. He won't know what it's like over here. And I don't know what it is about our people where we say it's for us, it's by us, and it's instilled, and it was created to be there no matter what. But we always act like it got to be somebody from an HBCU to be our president. We got to always act like it's got to be somebody from an HBCU to be our athletic director. We always act like it got to be somebody that's from an HBCU to be our football coaches. We act like you got to be somebody from an HBCU that your parents went to one and now your kids go to one. That's where we limit ourselves at. That's where we miss the part to where we can grow beyond it, because we got to have an open mind. Black is black. Now, black comes from different communities, from different thought processes, from all around the country. But for some reason, we try to act like we're all just this one solid way of thinking. And we're not. And our schools and our institutions are what I like to call think tanks. I think what has happened, we have gone away from being think tanks to where everybody got to be one thought process. And if you ain't in that thought process, you're an outsider. You don't think like us, so you see things different. Because you see things different, we don't want to let you in, because guess what? You're going to ruffle some feathers because maybe you know how to run business a little bit better. Maybe you know a process that can help be a little bit more efficient. Maybe you see some, maybe you want to go and just get some good customer service. You know, maybe you just want somebody to respond back to an email. But because I went somewhere and I did something different, and I ain't a part of what you have, I'm an outsider, and you don't want to let me in because I don't think the way that you think. And it's a problem.
Yeah, I really hate that, because the fact of the matter is when I bring my eyes, I bring dollars. So that's the only thing that I'm very, very confused about, because, all right, you already had a product. Deion Sanders didn't make the SWAC. He didn't build it.
He didn't do anything, right? All he did was shine light and bring my black ass to you that was already there. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, I took my son, and I digress. I'm sorry, Scotty. I took my son before he went to a PWI. I took him to a HBCU little gathering, a mesh to see about that. And the parents was like, so what HBCU do y'all go through? And my wife went, to Gamecock. I went to University of Maryland, and then I went to University of Hawaii, and then I went, got my master's at Waldorf. So I'm sitting here like, and they're like, and they walk the fuck away. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell? So I'm going to leave you with that, but I hate the way they treat Scotty and his wife, his family and stuff. And they always like, oh, we want the attention, but we don't want the attention. We want you to care about us, but we don't want you to care about us.
Well, they want you to be controlled. They don't want you to be a free thinker. They want to control Scotty. They want Scotty to tell the message of what they want him to say. Don't speak what you want to say, Scotty. Mike Reed, Perry. Don't say how you feel. Feel how we want you to say we feel. So everything, we don't want you to ever have something negative to say, and you may take it as negative. We may take it as constructive criticism. But don't nobody want to be criticized. When you criticize, then you the ops. Even though you got ideas, even though you're bringing something to the table, and even though we sitting here having an intellectual conversation, we ain't down to nobody. We just pointed out the obvious of things that ain't working right, because we got eyes and we got a brain to be able to go see the things that are working right. And how is it they're able to do it and we trying to bring it up to you to say, hey, it's working over there. You ain't got to do it like them, but maybe if you try to do something different, like Dooley's offense, if we try something different, maybe we can have a little success here Saturday.
Facts. Hey, Perry, I feel the same way you feel about it. I hate that. And I feel like we are in our own way because some people feel like that. Like, look at Scotty, look at the top positions in the SWAC office. McClellan, Roberts, and what's the lady name? I don't know. I forgot her name. It's a lady over there. I forgot her name.
Scotty should know all of them.
All them, but all them background is from the SWAC.
Yeah.
How do you expect to grow the conference and introduce new things when you ain't never been outside of the conference?
Yeah.
You don't know what's right if you ain't never been nowhere and done anything else.
Financial aid been a problem for 40 damn years, 50 years, 60. I don't know how many damn years. Your grandma would tell you, hell, if she went to school, it was a problem then. When the hell we gonna put together a huge summit, financial aid summit, we all come together and say, you know what? We sick of this being our #1 customer service problem. How the hell can we get past it? Because clearly all the other schools around us ain't dealing with it. And we know we got a large number of students that's coming to school that's going to be using Pell Grants and loans. So you know that's going to be an issue. It ain't going to be a huge number of scholarships. So if this is an issue, how the hell do we keep this from being an issue when you're going to deal with a large volume of people that's probably not going to do their shit on time, or even if they did do it on time, still going to run into issues.
Yeah. Facts. And this, how you going, if we trying to grow the HBCU community and grow the revenue and grow the buzz, how we going to look at somebody that's black and say, just because you didn't go to HBCU, you're not invited to the cookout? How you gonna do? We all black. We all go through the same struggles. We all go through the same thing. The cookout gonna be the cookout, bro. Long as all us black, the cookout still gonna be the cookout.
Well, I don't know. We gotta take that back because Scotty went to a cookout and they look like us. And it didn't quite work out that way.
Oh my God. I can't tell y'all nothing, bro. That's why I can't tell y'all nothing.
Are they watching? My bad. My bad, Scotty.
Bro, it really sickens me. And people be like, what HBCU Scotty with? And I tell them Scotty with the Cleveland or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that don't matter. Scotty bringing a light to the conference.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what he went to.
This is my thing. And I always throw it back to say, if there's a lot of dual fans in here, if Alabama fans came to you and say, "Did you go to the University of Alabama? You can't be here." If LSU fans came up to a lot of Louisiana fans and said, why you at our school? Why you here? You can't." You would feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? The Georgia fans. I know a lot of people in the military that have never stepped foot on Georgia's campus, and they are diehard fans, and Georgia don't give a damn. You buying that G, you buying the Bulldog, you buying the bumper sticker, all money looks green to us.
We talk about that in Baton Rouge all the time with Southern fans that have converted to LSU fans. Your whole damn family went to Southern. You could not wait to run over there across town just to say you over there with them, and they still not making you feel welcome. You just there just to say you somewhere.
The thing about what people think is this: if I allow new people in, it will change who we are. That's not how it's supposed to work, right? And I know a lot of people are going to get this. Is how I look at it, right? The SWAC has to be like Japan, like China, like no, for real, like Italy. When you go to those countries, they don't be like, we gonna speak English, we gonna speak Japanese. You better get on our page. That's what we do. You came here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't go to you. You came here. So we speak Japanese over here. So you better arigashimasu, gozaimasu. You better
don't do that.
Like, you better get with the height. You know what I'm saying? You better get with the page. So just because you allow people in does not mean you have to change who you are. Now, you're open to ideas, but once again, that's still you have to change. But there's some what hard questions and what sandpaper does is it brings out the best. It challenges people to think. It challenges people. When you bring new people in, they bring new eyes. They'll say, hey, you might not like how I deliver it, but I'm like, why don't you guys have your own show? Why don't you guys have an SEC or SWAC network? Why is it so many? Why do I have to go 50 million places to see a basketball game? Those are reasonable questions that you say, hey, maybe we can change something, but doesn't mean you have to change the core. I'm not telling you to get rid of the bands. I'll never be that powerful to be like, F the bands. I'm over here. I'm like, hey, I like Juke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I got on y'all page, just like I've challenged you guys to think about something different. It's welcoming, but not having to always change who you are. But like, Alabama ain't changing because they got black people watching Alabama. They gonna be Alabama. Georgia ain't about to change because they got black fans. They about to be Georgia. Okay, so y'all can chill with all that.
They still gonna raise that Confederate flag at their tailgate.
Come on,
they
man.
Don't give a damn.
It is what it is. All right, I'm gonna take 2 more callers. I'm gonna go. If you are a member, I'm gonna take your call. I see you, David. I'm gonna take you, TG, and then 4512. Those are my last 3 callers. 4512. Those are my last 3 callers. Huh? Hey, what's up, Doc?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Mike? Terry, how y'all doing tonight?
What's going on?
I'm good. I'm listening to what y'all was talking about, folks being, SWAC people being elitists. And I have a story, like, it's gonna be a short story. So, Scotty, my wife, she's from California. So she didn't know anything about HBCUs on the real. So when I took her last year to the homecoming game for, in Jackson, she got real hooked on it. And so basically she liked what she saw and she wanted that for her older son. And so we went for homecoming this year and we was like, look, my son, he's autistic, but he's good with everything, with everything. He loves sports, he loves everything. So when he got on campus, he liked what he saw. During that time, nobody, my mom was with me. Nobody didn't ask no questions about where my wife went to school at. Nobody asked no questions about where my mom went to school at. I came in as far as being the first person in my immediate family to go to college, and I chose Jackson State. And so I wanted to do something for my son to get him some sort of sense of belonging and, to be at a place where he's going to be accepted for who he is and
not from where you're from and stuff like that. But sometimes we just got to get over that. You know, we got to get over that phase, and I don't think we'll ever get away from that phase whatsoever. Some people just don't think like that. Some people are just stuck in their ways. So, I mean, that's one thing. And then another thing, I see you got the BCU Wildcats hoodie on. So I got some information about BCU. Some people told me that they are on their third interim president. They slashed funding from the athletics program. Reggie Theus, remember, he's the AD, but he's also the head basketball coach. So this is going to be one of his biggest hires that he has for BCU. And if he messes up, you got to give up that AD role and just concentrate on basketball, or just don't do nothing at all. But there's no with BCU, there's no stability within that school. And
it's Jackson State and Southern. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't give a damn. I just like the hoodie. You know what I mean? We gotta talk about Bethune-Cookman. Like,
you hung up on him?
Hell yeah, I hung up on him. Like,
hey, all right, let's get back to it. What my Jaguars at in the chat? I want to see some blue and gold in that thing, man. Let us know we in here tonight. It's a championship Saturday. Now, I know we done got all off the subject. We done got deep. I love it. But shit, we still in here. Where my Jaguars at, baby? Let them know we in here, the Jaguar Nation.
Here you go.
Deep wherever we go and in the chat, all right?
Here you go. Where my
yeah. Look, see, you go to hell for mocking the second set. There you go. Where my Jaguars at, baby? Hey, you see,
he's sick right now. He gonna be sick Saturday.
Mike, you see, he had this flag.
Really gonna be sick Saturday.
Mike, you see, he had this pom pom in his hand. He ain't where yours at. Okay, he can't find it. He found this one with the quickness, though.
It's there. Okay. It's there. It's there.
Yeah, where my Jaguars at in the chat, man? Y'all come on, let them know the Jaguar Nation. We travel deep even in the chat, baby. Don't matter. To your stadium and Scotty's chat, it don't matter. We everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, a hater, boy. Ooh, that nigga be hating on us, boy. Hey, Mike, he only act like this when you around, baby. I try to get him in that Jaguar. He be over there listening to the band and shit. He talking about where I be at. He know I be over there for a reason. He be loving Southern band. Hey, you saw him coming on. He played Get Ready, right? Because that's all y'all got. But then he played Southern. He was singing. Ooh, he was feeling it. Y'all saw it. All right, then. Come on now.
That Monica was a vibe.
Come on now.
If it's some gear I will wear, I'll wear some jukebox gear real quick. I ain't here go with y'all. Give me a jukebox city. I'll be out here like.
We're gonna have to get you something. We're gonna have to send something your way.
I'm trying to be the MC, bro.
Now, my man, James Aubrey, the one who did this with Down South Sports, he said he gonna send you this right here. Now he gonna
tell him, hey, make sure he give me tell him to send me a link so I can put it in the, like, you know, blast it or whatever.
Hold on, I got another one for you too. Hold on. Hey, he hard with it now. Look at this.
Ooh, that is fire. I like that one.
Hey, he hard with it now.
Is that Terry Sims? He fired. That don't count.
It don't matter. This was 2022. This always go down in history. Hey.
Gotta take Terry Sims off that. Gotta take Doc Gamble off that too.
It's okay. This was this year, so you know it'll switch up next year.
I got you.
Yeah. You remember? See, you ain't been SWAC. Now I'm questioning. You ain't been SWAC long enough. See, back in the day, you go to them homecoming games.
Oh yeah, you got the shirt
games.
Yeah, for sure. You got to get a shirt.
The shirt. It say, "I teach you how to stunt," and it had a band member, or it'll say Harlem Shake, or you know, do the stanking leg. You know, you don't know about them SWAC shirts right now.
Hey, Perry White. When my dad used to take me to games, it don't matter who stadium, what team. My dad always got me one of them shirts, man.
Yeah,
my dad always got me one of them shirts. So
it'll be like the battle of the big cat, do the stanking leg. You know, see, you don't know nothing about that one, Scotty. That's throwback right there. That's when you really went to them games back.
Yes, sir.
Boy, oh boy. 4512 coming in. Hey, call you
What
live.
up, Scotty? Peace, Scotty. Peace, Perry. Peace, Mike. It's Diallo in Ohio, man.
What's up, man?
And y'all hit on so many points, man. I had so much shit going through my mind, but I want to bring up a couple things real quick. I noticed the end. Perry brought up a good point when you talk about these churches, man. And the SWAC and HBCU football in general, to me, is a lot. It's a lot of similarities and a lot of parallels to the black church. When you have the young preachers trying to come in versus the old preachers, they don't want to let them in and they want to keep the money and they don't want to allow the young people to have a voice. That's what I see with the SWAC. When you talk about all these people that are in the offices that went to SWAC schools and the conference isn't progressing, it isn't elevating, it isn't moving forward, that's a problem. And that's why you see a lot of these black churches. What happened to a lot of black churches during the pandemic? They got shut down. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have people that was innovative enough to bring in new resources and new people to help them reach people in the 21st century.
That's
you know what
real.
I mean? And that's how I look at the SWAC. So it's a big parallel, and a lot of those same people run these churches, run those institutions like the SWAC and these other conferences. Now, this is off script, so I want to take it back to the game a little bit, and I want to mention two other things. You're absolutely correct when you talk about these PWIs. You have people here in Columbus that have never went to an Ohio State game, and they've been living in this city their whole life, but they bleed that scarlet and gray. You know what I'm saying? They bleed that scarlet and gray. So you don't have to go to the school to have an affiliation. I know people that ain't lived in Ohio since they was kids, and they still bleed that scarlet and gray. So we have to stop being so negative when people say, I want to support an HBCU, even though I didn't go through one. I went through that when I moved to Jackson for 3 years. My family's like, man, you went to a PWI. It's like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still my people. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop that. And then lastly, I want to talk about the game. Perry said something earlier that I think is crucial. I think Scotty said it the other day as well about Dooley coaching in this game for 2 years in a row. What's another person that was in this game last year, and he didn't have a great game when we was down in Jackson last month, and I think he's going to show up today, this Saturday. I still think Jackson's going to win, but I expect Dumas to have a big game and to wreak havoc to try to slow down the Jackson State running game. You talked about it earlier, Perry. Jackson State run game was horrible last year with Pickett. He didn't do well. Wilkerson was the big difference where they didn't have to lean on Shador so much. If they can try to make Jackson one-dimensional where they're passing a lot more and Dumas is disrupting and shutting the run game down, I think they'll give themselves a chance, but we shall see. What do y'all think about that? And I'm going to get out the way.
Hey, appreciate the call. Listen, man, I think at the end of the day, you got to pick your poison. Who do you want to get beat by? You want to get beat by Shador, or you want to get beat by Wilkerson? And for me, Shador gonna have to beat me. Shador gonna have to beat me. I gotta stop. I gotta stop the run because Wilkerson he's like the motor that kind of like when they're stagnant, he just nudges them enough to get going, right? So it's just like he's not like, but Shador is the. They're so balanced, bro. But I like what Alabama A&M did, where Shador just gonna have to pick us apart. Like, you know, he did it at the right time. But it's tough, bro. I think that's a real tough decision of who you pick, like what you gonna pick your poison with. But you know, I would have to. I think Alcorn probably had the best game plan, which is just get after Shador. You know, in the process of that, stopping the run at the same time. So I don't know, man. I would try to stop Shador.
Mike,
I agree. That's why I listed Dumas as the player to watch. He got to have a big game. He got to have a big game.
Yeah, I look at it too. Get after Shador. It all goes through him. It's the reason he's up for the Walter Payton Award. It's the reason he won it last year. It's a reason why they
he didn't win the Walter Payton Award last year.
I mean, offensive
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Excuse me. I'm calling Walter Payton. I think they go to the coach, right?
No, Walter Payton is like the Heisman version of
Heisman. Excuse me. He won the Jerry Rice Award. I apologize. That is a reason why he is a playmaker. A lot of people don't want to give him credit. I know a lot of times when I have called, he's not that good of a quarterback. The man goes through his progressions. He goes through his reads. He watches the field. If you know quarterbacks and you watch what he does, he's just not your regular drop back, throw it wherever I can quarterback. He analyzes the field, and he got a zip to the ball, and he gets it to where he did, and he got good playmaking. So what? Oh, well, he got the receiver. That's what the hell you're supposed to have, all the receivers that go with the arm.
Yeah.
And I think for Southern, you got to go after him. That's what Southern did a good job last year when we were in Baton Rouge, right? We put pressure on Shedeur. We forced him out, and we forced him to have to use his leg, and we put pressure on him. That game plan last year that Jason Rollins and his staff used worked against this team. Now, I know this is a new team. It's a new year. But there were some things that were effective that forced Shedeur for three quarters to look uneasy in the pocket. I think you got to go back and you look at that. And if you can rattle Shedeur, I mean, I think you'll have a decent day. I really do.
I like it. All right, last caller, TG. Close us out, baby.
Say the best for last.
This boy TG with your late night jam. Coming to you with the new song coming out of Scottay Records. It's called Can I Get to the Light? Sweet light, show me the way, 'cause Scottay's got bills to pay. Can we get to these lights up? Can we get them up? Can we get them up?
Bro, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you.
You know I gotta get the lights up, bro. What's good, Mike? My boy Perry.
What's
Mr.
good, TG?
Mr. Who got points, baby?
Oh man.
I'm moving y'all to get some points, baby. I've been listening, but I've been doing homework, and I wanna tell Miss Offscript, I'm sorry for acting a fool the other day. You know what I'm talking about, Scotty. But that Bama had it coming, so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's that. And Jackson State gonna win this game. I just don't want to have to make another shirt that say "Who got points, baby 2.0." And y'all have a good night.
Hey, appreciate it, TG. Oh, that boy is stupid. Love my boy.
Hey, listen. Southern coming to town this weekend for to help y'all economy. I know y'all looking forward to it. Y'all get excited when y'all see them flags coming up 55 South. Me and about 25, 30,000 of my friends, we're going to be in Veterans Memorial. I think they say they got about 5,000 tickets left. The general parking already sold out. You know the number one band in the land coming. All right? So it's going to be a good time, baby.
How many blues y'all wearing?
Huh?
How many blues y'all wearing? Because when y'all played Gremlin last week, in uniform-wise, y'all had 5 different blues on. Did you notice that, Scotty?
We did.
Scotty had 5 different blues on.
That's okay. That's okay.
5 different blues on.
It's all right.
5 different blues.
It's all right. We still gonna show up no matter which one of the blue. What game is this? What y'all doing? A whiteout or something? What y'all doing?
Oh, they had said this game.
Mike don't know. He ain't gonna be there.
Oh shit! There you go, Mike.
Hey,
this is the same blue. I tell you that.
Hey, this one for you, Mike. Since this is Dion's last game.
Baby, who is SWAC? Who is?
He ain't feeling that.
Now, if Dion comes out and say he gonna stay, I'm gonna be all y'all Bama asses. I'm gonna be all y'all Bama asses.
I wake up trying to bless you.
He ain't feeling that.
I got time today. I got time today. I got time.
Now, you know,
It's gonna be the blue.
Let's go around. Who is SWAC, baby?
They're gonna be listening to that in their closets, in their cars, crying like, "Come back, coach. Come back."
Oh man, listen, it's about to go down. Oh man, that's gonna be.
Hey, let me ask you this though. What does it take to keep Dion though? Out of here, everybody know, he want to go get this money. Can Jackson State increase his salary? I mean, would that help? Can y'all help increase the help of the athletic department and football? Like, what would it take for y'all to keep? I mean, I don't know. What would it take? Obviously, it's something y'all can do to entice him.
Listen, I think the only way that Deion stays as if Jesus comes back and tells him this day.
And Rob J sound like he trying to get the hell out of there too. Every time I look around, he like, hey, wherever you going, coach. Hey, I think I've been around this motherfucker long enough. Hey, I understand you the superstar. I've been trying to hold us down for years, clearly. When you roll out, let me roll with you, baby. I don't give a damn what they want me to do over there.
Listen.
That's my guy right there, Rob J.
I love Rob J. That's my guy.
Is Sister Act 3, is that the one with Lauryn Hill? That's two.
I thought that was Sister Act 2.
Like joyful, joyful Lord, God of glory, oh God. Yo, man, better start raising some funds. No, you need white Jesus, black Jesus. I don't care what Jesus. You need somebody. It's going to literally take the act of God to be like, hey, like, sit your ass down and stay. Other than that, Deion gone, bro. He gone.
So does that clear out the roster too? Everybody else roll out?
Who gonna stay?
That's Jackson State, I thought. What you talking about? It's Jackson State we talking about.
It's still Jackson State still gonna be located at 1400 J.R. Lynch Street. It's still gonna be Jackson State University. It's still D.I. Love. It's still 60,000 blue and white pom-pom in unison. One accord. The boom still cranking at the vet, man.
I don't know if it's gonna be 60,000 anymore.
If your girlfriend break up with you, what you do? Go get another girlfriend.
I don't know if it's gonna be 60,000 anymore. It's probably gonna be like 35.
If Deion leave, it's all Willie Simmons and FAMU from here.
Hey,
y'all will be back at the bottom, looking to have a state of Mississippi championship against Mississippi Valley and Alcorn. That's where y'all will be looking for the state championship.
We will still lead the FCS in attendance
At 35,000, not 60 though. Yeah, so change that now. So change 30,000 in attendance. One accord.
Okay.
Not doing that.
Y'all been doing that for how many years? And y'all didn't take none of that money to build a practice field. It took Deion to have to come there. You've been making all that money all them years. Talking about 60, 40, 30,000 leading FCS. And where y'all putting the money at? What y'all doing with the money? Y'all got the biggest stadium in FCS and putting people in there. To me, I think that money should be going somewhere. The money going?
Our blues match.
That's the best you got.
This blue match is different.
That's the best you got.
I'm just saying our blues match.
Oh man, boy, y'all stupid. That boy.
I thought y'all was Under Armour anyway. What you doing with Nike?
That shows you I've been rocking for a long time. That shows you I've been rocking for a long time.
Do you own a Mississippi Valley pullover?
Yes, I got one. I got one back there. Hey, speaking of that, go check the show out on YouTube I did yesterday with Famous Amos about Mississippi Valley.
Okay.
Every Tuesday. Yeah.
All right.
Shout it out.
Oh, yeah, each and every Tuesday. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube. The Mike Reed Show. Me and Famous Amy every Tuesday. We talking about the Valley. Valley Talk. VILTV. If you went to Valley, you know what that stand for.
Hey, and I know y'all talk about Jackson State and y'all think y'all love them. Then y'all talk bad about Southern, but I drove around y'all athletic facilities many times. And with that soccer field and that baseball field and that practice, all that shit looks like the slums with them potholes. Man, it don't look like it's not. That shit look bad, man. What y'all doing with y'all money? I know y'all love DI, love Jackson State, but y'all talk a lot of noise and then try to talk about Southern. But y'all athletic facilities don't look better than ours.
They don't.
Southern.
Y'all athletic facilities don't look better than ours.
That Southern athletic department, that jank look nice.
Soon as you come over the hump, you like, damn, there go the stadium, the mini dome, the baseball field, the softball field. We got a track. Y'all shit, you riding around like, ooh, we need to get to the interstate. Get from down in here. Shit.
Yeah, it's like y'all got that little circle. Once you hit that little circle right there in like the middle of the campus, it's like, ooh, this is nice. And then when you take the wrong turn, you're like, whoa, where am I? Whoa.
Ask yourself, if they did build an on-campus stadium, would you feel safe?
Oh no. Oh no. I at no point.
I hate to be on y'all ass like that, but that's just what it is. So y'all be coming down here talking about Baton Rouge and talking about Southern. I've been around Jackson State. Put a stadium around y'all campus. As much as y'all say you don't like to come to Baton Rouge and Schuylerville, put a stadium right on your campus and see how you feel.
All right, listen, guys, we about to get up out of here. Hey, all right, drop the link to Mike's YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe. There's 500 people in here. He needs to have 500 new subscribers. Okay? That's more than they get at the day.
I'm not going back and forth with them Bamas from Southern. It's self-explanatory.
Because you know it's real, baby.
They don't even have enough sense to wear matching blues. So I'm not going back and forth with nobody who come out look dressed like Pops out the Wayans brothers. So
we got water on our campus. We got water. Huh?
Bring some points with you when you come to
Last
Jackson.
I checked, water was essential to life.
Bring points with you when you come to
Water was
Jackson.
essential to life. And that's why Dion getting the hell up out of there. Ain't no life in Jackson, Mississippi. He's getting the hell up out of there. Let's go, Jack.
Oh, man. All right, guys, listen. You already know what it is. Catch y'all at the game. SWAC Championship. Boombox Classic Round 2. All right, till next time. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.